Smarty Wasted, Smarty.
No. What are you doing?
Are you leaving Bayern? Or are you fucking leaving?
He didn't even finish his sentence. Will be there, trends. Real.
Characters.
You ran out of characters,
I've been here for about how many seasons now? 3 seasons. And
Rams will kidnap the ball boy, and Rams will be the guy who be like, they're the champions. Wait. Aren't you a bit old to?
This is one of my favorite moments on this stream, when they found a way to write a bigger message underneath.
Guys, it's a big weekend. It's a big weekend. Hold up, wrong background.
Europa League settings for Chelsea.
It's a big weekend, Abdullah. Thank you. It's a big. So guys, we have WrestleMania. Hold up. We have WrestleMania on Sunday. The Magic are going to upset those bum-ass losers called Boston. Okay. And of course, we have the NBA playoffs that's popping off right now. So obviously, I think right now, it's 95-96 between the Clippers. Remember, guys, because there's no UCL, we're going to be doing playoffs hangouts on the other channel. So on the other channel, for people who are interested in the NBA, on the other channel, we're going to do some hangouts. No, today's week. I think next week.
Why not today? Why not?
No. Wait, Casey, why are you here?
Bombs, bro.
Wait, Casey, why are you here? Your
I'm not watching that, and I'm not watching that game. No.
Don't worry, bro. Don't worry, the Pistons are gonna knock his ass out.
That's for Casey, not sports.
Hold
on. So guys, remember, next week we'll be doing playoffs reactions on the other channel, obviously, because there's no UCL. So watch out for this. I'll tell you that on Twitter and online and everything. But for the show tonight, guys, Barca, bomb-ass defensively, but they can keep on scoring. Are these guys just going to G and goal score their way to a treble? Raphinha, should Salah and Dembele just quit and just hand over the Ballon d'Or to Raphinha right now? Is Raphinha pretty much bets on to win the Ballon d'Or? And shout out to your boy Ornstein, who isn't as good as Fab. I don't care what anyone says. Apparently, Ancelotti is leaving. Apparently,
they're both shit.
Apparently, Ancelotti is leaving. He's been sent to Dementia Land, and Xabi Alonso is apparently taking over. So we're going to talk about the whole.
No, he's going to.
He's been sent to the Buffon Center.
No, he's going to Brazil. Apparently.
Oh wait, no.
We're going to see Joe Lynn.
What the fuck you talking about?
As I was saying, so Ancelotti will be sent to the fossil home to retire with a piss bag. I remember Xabi Alonso has been brought in at the end of the season. Is this going to end up being trophy? So guys, lots of stuff to talk about and everything. And if there's anything, we can roll it. But those are really the main topics for the show for tonight. Remember, guys, like the vid, subscribe if you're new, and if there's anything you wish to add to the show, feel free to send it in a super. No, Abdallah, we're not talking about your bum-ass oil club, bro. You should be in freaking jail.
Chelsea. No.
Like the video.
Shut up, Malaska, man.
If we're starting to the show, feel free to send in a super chat. Your super chats on your debate skis help to get this channel alive. And no, I'm not going back to OnlyFans. I'll be going back to OnlyFans next month because Rachel's ass is still fat. So
it's a big weekend.
This is an insult to you, by the way. This is not swearing at you. I don't know if you saw. Faz was cooking Ugusi and
Who the heck is Faz?
Faz.
Planet Faz, the United fan.
Who's cooking?
Wait, no, H, drop the brick. You don't know who Faz
Yeah,
is.
no, that's disgusting.
Hey, AJ, can you bring up JS's comment, please?
Oh, did
No.
you?
No, I gotta say again. Who is Faz?
He was cooking.
He's on Saeed's channel.
Okay. So
He's with Saeed and stuff.
So he was cooking. What was he cooking? What was he cooking?
He was cooking a Nigerian dish. It was Ugusi and it's Ugusi, right? You pronounce
Abdallah, just
Wait.
relax. Just
What was it?
Abdallah, let's just carry on with the show. Did you hear what this guy said? From Egusi to Egilsi.
Put the goose in the bag.
No, seriously.
Put the goose in the bag. Put the goose in the bag, bro. Put the goose in the bag. Abdallah, shout out to you, bro. Shout out, you're a legend, bro. You're a legend, bro. So let's get into story. Let's
Shout out to Westbrook, man. Big shot.
Shout him, man. Shout
He's still
him.
relevant. Okay, look.
It's evens now anyway.
Remember, guys, people. In the
He's
streets,
better than any player on the Magic.
Oh no, okay. Now here's the deal here. On the panel, let's focus on
I
the
don't know
show.
about that in 2025. But.
Hold up. People on the streets, keep us updated on the NBA score in the streets. Someone on the streets keeps us updated.
Can I just ask a question?
Don't worry, I'll get you.
No.
I'll have you updated on the
Wait.
Pistons versus the Knicks.
Hold on.
No,
Let's
don't give us a bit.
let's go to Barca. So, guys, here's the thing. At 3-1 down, Barca fans said, "Put Inter Milan in the UCL final." That's what Barca fans said. Several Barca fans said, "Nah, it's over. Lautaro Martinez is going to drop a 5-piece." And that's like, okay, this is the reason why I was saying to say, "What's up?" Then Barca predicted to be like, "Hold my tapas bar and hold my consigliere. We are going to win this game and drop a damn 4-piece." So it's a very simple question here. Is it a case of no matter how many goals you score against this Barcelona team, they will simply pimp your ride? No Diddy, pause. They will simply say what's up and just outscore you. Barry, is this a case of Barcelona against anybody, wherever, whenever, they will simply outscore them? Barry, talk to me, Barry. What's it called? Casey,
He's too busy watching the Nuggets.
Yeah,
The Clippers just scored.
Casey, okay, go for it. Casey.
Can we just not talk about that bum ass league? Back to like real football. Listen, I think Gerard Martin needs to be sent to Lugo. I don't think he's even good for that.
Wait, Casey, you just won 4-3 after being 3-1 down. Why are you starting with negativity? Casey, you know that negativity is bad for your health. You know that.
No, you start with the bad news, you get to the good news.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Listen, Havoc, like there are two satanic figures in this team right now, Araujo and Gerard Martin.
Wait, say, what was the first one?
Araujo. Bro, these guys are playing
Oh.
against us, man. Yeah. And even Ding Dong today, Jesus Christ, man, like for the second goal.
Respect my countrymen. Respect.
No, apparently the sun was in his eyes.
Yeah. But on the positives,
Yes, the positives.
Attack showed up today. I'll give them that, like Yamal, Raphinha, Ferran Torres, and even Dani Olmo. But I don't know, like if this is sustainable. Like you can't allow like Gracie and Borja Iglesias to like score 2 hat-tricks on you. Like
Actually, no, hold on. Respect Girassi, my African brother. Borja Iglesias. The only Iglesias I know is the freaking singer.
Okay.
Who was married to that chick? I don't know who. But that's what Iglesias know. But you rather Borja Iglesias to drop a 3-piece.
Yeah, and I think, listen, Habo, bro, like these goals are like always so similar. Like they break a high line and it's just like 1v1 against Chesney.
No. Okay, but okay, say something. Can Barca create the kind of chance that they create and score the kind of goals they can without playing that high line?
After watching that Bayern game, yes, I think we can create those chances against Inter Milan. But the issue is like, I just hope that Lautaro, like he's like in his bad patch when he faces us. You know, like he's like hot and cold player, right? So
yes, very hot and cold. Yes.
Yeah. Because like Inter's, like I think their best weapon is going to be like Barella and Lautaro. Like those are the two guys. Like we should press the shit out of them basically. And we should.
Isn't Thuram injured too?
They said that he will be fit for the game though.
Yeah, I don't think they're sure. Wait. So do we know the prognosis of Lewandowski? How long is the ski out
It's
for?
2 weeks minimum. He's not gonna play against Inter. Like definitely not. Like, but
Is
but
it-
hey,
it-
Hey,
is it
we have
both,
the
like,
shark.
the
We have
first
the
leg?
shark.
yeah, Shark has to show. No, the most important player for us against Inter is gonna be Dani Olmo, because he is like good against these terroristic teams. So
Wait, hold on, wait. Who says Inter is a terroristic team?
have a watch the game against Bayern Munich.
They
bro.
are.
I did watch the freaking game. That's not terrorism.
Sorry, first leg was not terrorism.
No, the heck?
Oh.
Bro,
Okay, yeah.
have you? Do you know how what's proper men behind the ball defensive stuff is?
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Like for me, that's terrorism. Okay, we need Balde though. We need Balde on the left back because the thing is that we don't have any wing strength on the left if Balde is not playing because Raphinha comes in the middle.
Wait, is that a brick?
What?
The guy called Iglesias Iago Aspas.
No, who said that?
No,
the comment you just pulled up.
I think no, I don't know. I think he's referring that Ego Aspas is a guy that can score against these guys. That's what I think he's referring to. But continue, Casey, continue.
Yeah, but we need Balde fit for the Inter game at least. And bro, I think we should give up on the Classical, man. Like I don't think we're winning that.
That's
Because-
a damn lie.
No. Gerard
Wait,
Martin.
wait,
man.
wait.
Hey, can you drop a brick? Can you drop a brick? Can you drop a
Gerard
brick?
Martin, bro. How are we winning against with Gerard Martin as a left back? Bro? Come on.
Casey, you know that you might be the most negative Barca fan. Like streets, can you please
Havo,
cook Casey in the streets?
Borja.
Cook this bomb in the streets. You're
Havo.
you're the most pessimistic and negative fan I've ever heard in my life.
These are the three guys who have scored hat trick against us this year. Pavlidis, unknown Greek striker, Gurasi, and Borja Iglesias.
Great African striker.
Okay, if that makes you feel
Well,
better.
no, Casey, do all the strikers start for Chelsea?
Of course, bro. Anyone will start for Chelsea. Like that's not a big deal. But bro, like,
Wait, hold on. Let me bring it. So, AK, talk to me, Barca. Is how they're playing so sustainable?
Well, go to Barry first. He can talk.
Okay, Barry, who's now stopped watching the NBA game? Talk to me.
No, I'm actually stopping because it's beginning of overtime, so there's a couple minutes left before crunch time. Yeah, man. I'm starting with the bad and then the good. I think this is the first half was one of the worst performances I've seen from this team in quite a minute. We couldn't do anything.
But remember, a lot of guys were not starting. There were a lot of starters were on the bench though. So
I mean, only offensive wise, like defensively in the midfield, pretty much the regular starters started. I think the defending was very bad. Koundé was awful, and Gerard Martin. I like the kid, but I don't think he's Barcelona material. I think if we play against better oppositions, those teams will attack him because he's the weak link in our defense while Balde is out. And Celta Vigo, they did everything better than us. Better attacking, more composed, better defending, just everything better. But the good thing about this team, they can win in different manners. They can win in the trenches, they can win by a comeback, or they can blow you out. And today, they found the resilience to get back the win. I think the key thing was the substitution of Olmo and Yamal coming on. It gave another freedom to the team, more attacking. And then, we saw what happened. And shout out to them. Ferran, it was a big goal because if you were down 3-0, then your mind towards this game was going to be out of the window. Maybe you give that up. But shout out to them. Shout out to Olmo and Mr. Raphinha, shout out to him. Like every time, I know.
We'll talk about Raphinha.
I know that Pedri and Yamal get a lot of praise, and rightfully so. But this Raphinha guy, like, he's been saving us he's been saving us all the time. So yeah, big up to him, man. Sincerely.
AK, talk to me. Is this sustainable for Barca the way they
Can I go
operate?
after AK?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean? Is it sustainable?
So basically, to be this risk, basically to go down 3-1, 4-3, go down 2-0, win 5-2, to play this aggressive high line.
Just one thing. Sorry, AK. The most frustrating thing was Girassi. If he scores a 3-piece, it is already the guy's good. Enrique Iglesias.
That's crazy.
Who is that?
Barry,
no,
I know who Enrique Iglesias is. I don't know who Borja Iglesias is. I know Iglesias is the singer,
I don't
not
know
this dude.
Yeah, like Enrique, don't let him do that.
So talk to me. So is this sustainable, allowing a dude like Borja Iglesias to drop a 3-piece?
See, HH, I think they we've seen this season that they can score a lot of goals. I think we've seen this season that when their mentality is tested, they can come back from it, which in some ways is a good sign. I think in terms, I don't think every game they've needed to come back. To be fair to them, like they've only needed to come back in like certain games, and in those certain games they have came back. So, I mean, for me, it's far too. Bro, the season's almost done, and we're still asking whether the high line is sustainable. Like it is this season. It is. Maybe next season we might see something different, but this season so far it has been sustainable. So at the end of the day, it will continue to be sustainable. But overall on the game, a shout out to the shark. I mean, to this day I don't know what the hell that is, but
no one does that, and no one cares. But Cook though.
Yeah, shout out. But I think overall, like, I think it is sustainable. I do think it needs like I think someone like a Balde will help a lot with his pace because he can recover from those situations where the high line does get breached, and he's also very important for Barcelona's attacking play down the wings. Like very good 1v1. Gerard Martin is just another bum from Catalonia, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That guy is just Sergio Roberto regen. I don't see any difference. But overall, they did what they needed to do today. Like,
AK, respect Sergio Roberto. Like, don't do that.
Wait. Okay. Hold on. Okay, AK. Sergio Roberto or Gerard Martin? Who would you take?
Sergio Roberto.
A man only known for scoring one goal in his entire
career. What is Gerard Martin known for?
Do you know he has more Champions League?
Okay, hold on. I said Gerard Martin wouldn't have scored that goal if Neymar gave him that same pass.
No.
Do you remember from the Barcelona academy? Do you remember what's this guy's name? I think it was like Martin Montoya or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Gerard Martin is, bro. He's one of those, you have your Messis, your Xavis, your Iniestas, and all those big guys from Barcelona's academy, and you just have one of those fringe members that got there because he had a nice Catalan name. That's what Gerard Martin is.
Is Nico Williams out of the semi-final?
Which semi? You mean the Europa semi?
Yeah, is he? Like someone is saying in the chat.
I don't know.
Apparently he's injured.
Wait,
No.
He's been on
wait. I said United believe.
Bro, United are winning the Europa League. I'm telling you.
Wait, HH, can you zoom into my AVI?
All right. Okay. So and also Casey, don't see their comments on that AVI. Who wants to go next on this whole bus? I think we've not spoken yet. So speak on the bus.
I think it was SK.
SK, talk to me and then come to Jesus. SK.
No, I mean, like, listen, we've, like AK said earlier, we've been having this discussion for the last, 8 months? 8 months now? Is the high line going to work? That's just, I think what we need to realize is days like this are just going to happen, right? Like, there's going to be days where the high line gets exploited better than some days. I will say, though, the only thing that worries me is just some of the gaps that were left open, like, especially that third goal, like, hold
on. Let me ask you this though. So someone actually mentioned this on the streets. Being 3-1 down to Enrique Iglesias FC is very different from being 3-1 down to Inter Milan. 3-1 down to Inter Milan, can Barca do what they did to Enrique Iglesias?
No, but I think they'd also be more respectful of an Inter. Like they're gonna.
Nah. This guy.
I don't know. I'm just saying they're gonna take them more seriously than Celtic.
Wait, hold on. You're 4 points clear. You're 1-6 secure your position in the league. You're saying they were not taking Celta Vigo seriously? No, I get that it wasn't a full team starting, but you're saying they were not taking Celta Vigo seriously.
Compared to Inter? Like, it's not about them not taking Celta Vigo seriously. They're just going to take Inter more seriously because Inter are a team that are an actual threat to them, right? Like, they're a team that people are generally going to expect. I'm not going to say 50-50, but they're not like underdogs either. Like, I'd put it probably like 60-40 in Barca's favor. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Oh, hold on. 60-40 Barca's favor against Inter?
Yeah.
No. Heck? I mean, look, here's my thing. We're going to see when this happens. The disrespect to Inter Milan, I think, is crazy.
60-40 is close. That's close. What are you talking about?
That's not disrespectful. If you said 80-20, then you'd be like,
Yeah,
that's
you I said 90-10. or something.
For me, I think it's a lot closer. I'm looking at 51-49 or 52-48.
In
know,
terms
it's
of
the complete
goals, it's
opposite.
the same thing. It's literally the same
I would
thing.
even go with 55-45, but like
Okay. See, 55-45 is cool. 60-40. That means that
Wait,
Barca are categorically the favorites.
Yeah, but-
You're fighting,
the
no,
same,
wait. You're fighting over 5%.
Yeah.
Yes, 5% means a lot.
No,
to me.
you know what? Can you drop the brick for yourself?
Habib, do you know
No.
what a conference
Shout out
interval
to
Yes.
Look, I know full first, outer, inner, last algebra. Ask it. Go for it.
Boy, that's like fifth grade stuff. But what are you talking about?
Okay. Can you mute your mic? Can you mute your mic, please?
no, but what I was gonna say too is I think if you're Inter, you're definitely gonna look at the first like 60 minutes of this game, and you're gonna try to like see what you can take like from because Celta Vigo did do a good job of containing them for about an hour, right? Which is still not it was just not an insignificant amount of time. I mean, obviously, I just think when it comes to Barca, like yes, they can kill you like with their attacking threat, but I feel like if you just sit back too much against them, you're basically asking for them to because they will find the gaps that you leave in your defense. And so the longer you kind of just sit in your box and you allow them to play around, they're gonna find the gaps that they need to, and this is what's gonna end up happening. So I think if you're Inter, you probably just need to find a way to, continue some of the principles Vigo did to limit them, while being able to actually sustain like some more attacking threat over the course of the game. Because I think that's part of why Barca ended up coming back into this. Is after Vigo got that third goal, they thought shit was sweet, so they didn't really try to go for any other goal or leave any kind of like threat up top. So
basically, you believe that. So basically, you believe that any team in the world right now, Barca can outscore them. It doesn't matter who.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's. I would say so. Yeah, I just think like with Barca, you need to give them something to worry about at any point in the game. But I think Celta Vigo just didn't do that after they went up 3-1 because I think they just assumed that they could defend their way till the 90 minutes. So
shout out to Vigo Mortensen, bro. Barry, what are you saying?
Can I speak on this?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I don't think Barcelona did disrespected Celta Vigo. I just think that they measured the kind of effort they do by game because since
Barry, are we repping Borja Iglesias in 2025? Yes or no?
Can I finish, please? Thank you.
Okay.
Nah, because they've been playing every game every 3 days since since April started. So obviously, guys are going to be tired, and now you have injuries. So you measure the kind of effort that you give. But obviously, Celta Vigo is one of the games where we should cruise to that, but it took a comeback to win.
J2S Talkspace, then I'll come to you, Sumia.
This whole hardline thing, people are blown out of proportion. Like, oh, is it effective? Is it not? Barcelona still have one of the best defenses in La Liga. They've only conceded, I think it's 31 goals. Because the way people are talking about it, you'd be expecting Barcelona conceded like 40 plus. Like there are some games where it's going to be exposed more than others. And yeah, look at Gerard Martin for, I think it's the second and for the second goal. Like, why is he pushing up when everyone else is falling back? And you got Pedri trying to cover his position every single attack Celta Vigo went on. But yeah, it happens. Like there was, like it just shows the importance of Lamine Yamal because he actually holds up the ball. Like Raphinha and Ferran Torres on the wings, that's not really going to hold the ball for you. It just shows how pivotal I am. Like ding dong for the third goal. That's a bad error. Like he shit the bed basically.
James was gets paid 600k a week.
Yeah, but how do you miss the flight of the ball? Like, I don't understand.
If you're getting paid 600k a week, you can't be doing that crap, But
Hold on. 600k pounds or euros or dollars?
Euros.
It's almost the same.
Wait. Case, no, this. No. Case, what is all this? No. Let's talk about it. 600k a week. So that guy is getting.
I need his agent.
I like around 550.
Agent, you need to go find his agent. You need to get him to hire to sponsor you.
I will.
Yeah, and also it just shows how pivotal Balde is to the whole like flick system because his recovery pace is evident in this team because when you see Gerard Martin running, it's like he's doing it in slow-mo. Like he's running back. Like I don't know if people have seen the clip, but against Dortmund when they're doing the highlight and he's like jumping back and forth because he doesn't know when to go and when to not go.
Yeah, but to
Like,
be fair,
it's like he's
to be
jumping on the
fair to him,
trampoline.
to us, I think it's just one of those things where you need to be in the system enough to get that, because like
Yeah, but
maybe he's just ass.
No,
maybe he's just ass.
I'm not gonna pretend like I watch Barca every week, so maybe he is ass.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you have such a low margin for error, like it's gonna
Wait,
probably
hold on. SK, can you be good if your last name is a first name? Can you still be good?
like in football or in any sport.
What?
Can I rep you if your last name is a first name?
But
Gerard Martin? Come on, bro.
I don't think
go for it.
It's mainly on the
isn't Steven Gerrard two first names?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are we repping Gerard? Really?
Well, no,
Whoa! What are you doing?
J-Twist is speaking. J-Twist has a mic. J-Twist has a mic. J-Twist has the mic. J-Twist.
You should drop a brick for yourself just then.
I said nothing. Continue. Yes, continue.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the attributes that Balde does. Like, even I don't know if people have seen it, but even in Flick's press conferences, like, we can't compare Balde and Gerard Martin because they don't have the same attributes. Like, Balde is what Alphonso Davies was at Bayern for Flick, because you need pay. Because what happens is Raphinha, when he pulls in, it leaves Balde free on the left wing, so he can just keep running. He just runs back and forth the whole game. You're asking Gerard Martin to do that.
Wait, J2, I have a question. If Balde is Alphonso Davies, what is Gerard Martin?
Who was, I don't know.
Dalo.
Wait, who?
Or what's it called? Raphinha from Bayern. Bayern Raphinha.
No. It'd be like, was Bernat still there?
I thought Juan Bernat was I. Juan
Bernat was good, man.
He had a bit of Tesh, bro.
Guys, Gerard Martin, like, he can't do anything. He can't hold up the offside.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
Casey, he
in
needs
the
your
Bayern,
support, man.
Sometimes in the Bayern system, didn't you play Sula as a fullback as well? I'm pretty sure Flick did that, and it made him look reasonably good. But this is like, people are just blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Like, people forget. I think Bayern, Barcelona, they played 3 games more or less for the last 4 weeks.
True.
Like a game every 3 days. That's crazy. You're gonna have blips and errors, but they got the job done in the end. They got the 3 points. Because how many people after 3-1 were saying, the league's back in now? Like, how many people? Like, it's complete meltdown.
No. This is the difficult thing. But Real are playing Bilbao, and with the news that we're about to get into about Real, that's a dressing room that's really in disarray.
Yeah,
so
but
at 3-1, it's like, are you sure Real would even beat Bilbao? But now at 4-3, it's like, bro.
I mean, these are the
Nico is out.
No, but these are the same guys that said remontada and then proceed to lose against Arsenal.
Oh, see, today that was a real remontada. A remontada was going to happen, but it happened 3 days later.
No, very. Remontada happened against Leon, man. Like, that was a remontada.
Wait. So you're telling me Man United?
No. Hold on. That was not remontada. That was Juju and White's magic. That
was the Red Devils for real. That was
witchcraft. That was witchcraft.
United and Barcelona have both done remontadas after Madrid said they were going to do this.
True. But
SK, we're not counting United. I don't know what you're talking about. We're not counting.
I blame you for that. I blame you for that, by the way.
Respectfully.
Are you going to show us the thumbnail you made? Are you going to show us the thumbnail that you made? We want to see it. Bro.
You know what? No, I might. Okay, wait. Just to continue, I'll show you the thumbnail.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say that after you said, you said what? And we don't know what that meant. On Thursday.
Yeah, no,
night.
it's.
You said emergency. You said emergency loading. And even I think it was Core. I think Core says drop the link as well.
Bro, after the main goal, he said, "Help me."
No. It was bad. Yeah.
One key difference between this year's Barcelona and last year's Barcelona is their mentality, because we've seen under Xavi when they went behind what happened. Like, they just dropped the bag. But with Flick, they actually come back in these games. Like, if we've seen Benfica this year, we've seen Atletico Madrid, and we've seen this one again this year. Under Xavi, people remember the Villarreal game? They came back 3-2 in the game, but then proceeded to lose 5-3.
Yeah, 5-3. Some bitch ass score.
Oh, Havoc, you suck. You actually suck, man.
Casey, I know. Casey, I know. Wait, hold on. Let me drop a brick for myself. lied to me. Casey, come on. Casey. They were 3-1 up with 15 minutes to go. Wait, hold up.
No, it was 4-2.
No, it was
4-2 with
When did Bruno
130
score that
minutes.
penalty?
114 minutes.
114. Remember, it was 4. That made it 4-3.
The Lacazette pen happened at 110 minutes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the other one.
Come on. When Leon scored that penalty, it was over.
Game over.
It was over.
Also, shout out to Nemanja Matic, bro.
Because
Both
it was
played
6-4
0
in
minutes.
aggregate.
Can we just say, what is Anon thinking? That from now. What is he thinking?
Did you see how he was celebrating? Like he had something to be involved with.
This guy ran the full pitch to celebrate. Like, what have you done to the game?
To
You conceded 4 goals.
be fair though, J2, some of your defenders were diabolical, bro. Like that third.
SK.
No one thinks to get the rebound.
SK. How can this guy hold a straight face, run the full length of the pitch to celebrate when? Remember the first leg, he conceded 2 howlers, and in this game he proceeded to concede 4 goals, and yet he runs the whole pitch to celebrate. No, but it's like, what did you even do?
Wait, hold on. Let me ring in. Sumia, talk to me. Barca. Actually, no, Sumia. Even a key question. Actually, this is good. Do you concede the league too? But the manner in which Barca won, do you concede the league, or do you still believe?
Also, what's with the AVI?
No, we'll get there.
So the league was over way back. When we had lost to Valencia, we lost the league then.
It
was over then.
Wait, that was a week ago.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. So
wait. Casey, is he lying? Okay, if you allow Ugoduro to dunk on you at your crib,
But we allowed Borja Iglesias to dunk on us. Like, I don't know.
Oh, please.
Yeah, but you won.
Wait. Hold on. Let me. Okay, so you didn't lose the game. They lost the game.
No, but you
didn't lose the game.
No, league is now we're at 4 points. It's not over.
Sumia, please talk. Please.
So for Barca, what I will say, looking at the Dortmund game, I will say this: Inter is a physical side. You have to remember that, and they don't play the formation of Celta Vigo. They play three at the back, and Barca had a problem against Borussia Dortmund with physical players with 3 at the back. So that could be a problem for Barcelona. I know Barca has more technical players. Raphinha is in good form, but when it comes to defending and physicality, Inter are very good at that.
It's a different Sumia. Like nobody wants to listen, but Sumia, I say it's a different. Like Sumia, like again, you will know even because again, I watch La Liga, but I can pretty much agree with you. Is there a team like Inter Milan in La Liga?
And Barca has
that's formation. That sets up.
We struggle against them. Mind you, we struggle.
What the fuck you talking about?
Wait, no. Wait, HH, you do know Getafe roll up to play with 10 men behind the ball?
Yeah.
So that is
actually not. Wait, no. You know their striker is a central defender.
Yeah, they had a game where they played at CDM at striker. Bro.
Yeah, striker. Yeah.
Uche.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them.
This is worse than Inter Milan.
So I know that what you're saying is good, J2S, that Getafe is physicality, but do they have the technicality of Nico Barella?
Oh no!
Heck no!
Do they have strikers up top like Thuram and Lautaro Martinez? Because one thing,
Casey, if you say any nonsense, I'll slap you, bro. So continue.
See, I don't want Thuram to score. I don't want him to score, but he can hold the ball up for Lautaro to make those runs.
Yeah, we've seen that last year against Atletico. He can hold balls.
Okay, so just keep talking. No. But see, my thing though is, we just had 60-40. People are saying that Inter shouldn't turn up. People are saying Serias, Mussolini tax, Mafia tax, Tony Soprano tax.
60-40 is not. 60-40 is not any of the.
So basically, my thing though is, I think that Barca, I think they may be slightly overconfident walking into this Inter game. Look, let's be real. They are the best team in the world right now. They are the team to beat, and right now they are categorically the strongest team in the world right now. All I'm saying though, Sumi, I'm agreeing with you that you've not faced a team like Inter. You simply have.
Can I just
Wait, no.
I just want to argue.
I was going to say, just quickly reverse it. Have interfaced a team like Barca in Serie.
Exactly. You can.
You think any of those old ass, silly ass teams can run like Barcelona?
AK, be respectful. No. See, it works both ways. It works both ways. Sorry, Sumia.
Yeah.
So I understand Inter has not faced anybody like Barcelona, but Barca has not faced anybody like Inter. Now, what Inter can do is they can come with a mindset that no, you are not getting past us at any chance. You are not getting past us. We will do anything and everything, and Italians are very good at those things. They will play the niggling fouls. They will create niggling fouls. They will disrupt the game at every point in time when you're trying to be in a momentum. So Inter can do those things. And one thing I would say, no one has a coach like Inter has. The coach of Inter is damn good. He is a
but this was what makes the game so. As good as Simone Inzaghi is, and I'm a big fan. Sumia, Flick is really good. Flick is really good.
Flick is good,
like nobody, and Sumia, you have to admit, nobody saw Flick doing this with that trash that Desert Merchants was doing with them last season.
So I will.
Oh my God, these guys are up. Oh sorry.
Casey, mute your damn mic, man. Hold up, sorry.
Yeah, you're getting cooked, Casey. I can't even lie.
Hold on, continue.
So
Sumia.
Flick is good. I am not questioning that. But Flick will try to play. But the problem is, what I have seen is either Barca scores a lot of goals or they didn't do anything. We saw it against Osasuna, the first defeat of Barcelona. Either they will score you out of the park, or they will not do anything. And that is the one problem which I have with Flick. Where is the plan B? If you are not able to score those goals, how you are going to contain the teams? What are your ways to go ahead and break the team? Because if Inter shuts down shop, and I think what they will do in Camp Nou is they will shut down shop. They will park the bus. They will play the 2009 Jose Mourinho park the bus football.
But Sumia, the thing is that I don't know whether you watched the second leg. If you watched the second leg, they were parking the bus and Bayern were creating chances. It's just that they had bombs and bricks in their team. So my issue with that is that when I saw that second leg, I was like, if Bayern with all of their injuries can create all these chances with you parking the bus, imagine what the best offensive side in the world is going to do.
I know that. I know. That's what I'm telling you. It can be a situation where Barca will win 5-0. It can be a situation where the match ends in a draw, 1-1, and we are really curious about this leg in the San Siro. So it can be Barca 5-0 blowing every one of the park, or else it will be a Barca with 1-1 draw. And one thing I am sure about, the Barca's defense is not going to have a good time with both the strikers of Thuram and Martinez, because Thuram is going to play with all his physicality up top, and they won't like it.
All right, hold on. Let me take something.
Can I just say something though?
Yeah.
I agree with Flick doesn't usually do plan B, but he has for example, in the Super Cup final against Madrid, right? We played with 10 men for 30 minutes. And I don't think Madrid had a single shot on target in those 30 minutes. We were playing with 10 men.
Casey, please do not talk about Real Madrid this season. That Inter team, please don't talk about it. That Inter team, that is just a team of individuals.
This is bad.
Also, off topic, just one thing, right? This season can be very bad for you, have a if United scam that Europa League, Chelsea end up 8th, lose to Anthony, or PSG, Barca. The only W you can have is if Inter wins the Champions League.
Casey, I'm already preparing a getaway very soon from all of
Where are you?
Casey, I'm already planning my retirement. I'm planning my early retirement, bro.
Hold on, let me take some quick dub. Apologize to Ronaldo.
Wait, hold on. Shout out to never. Thank you for the dub, Hamza. CV at home is a game we have struggled with. Oh, sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Wait, no. Did you think it was a?
Yeah, go ahead, drop it. Yeah,
No.
All right, yeah,
Wait,
my bad.
Did you think Hamza was applying for a job?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to curriculum vitae.
So Celta Vigo at home is a game we have struggled with often. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, both
You know,
both
that's
away
fair.
and
Yeah, but
both
it's
away and
Aspas,
home.
not Bora Iglesias.
No, because also as well, like, isn't it that it was ages since Barca beat Volcano away from home,
Yes.
and Flick came in
Them
and said,
also-
"What's up?"
Yeah, them also.
Yeah, but usually South Africa is like Yago Aspas, not Borja Iglesias.
Hey, Kenny, respect Borja, bro.
Yeah, respect
Thanks to
the
Hamza. Slovakia last summer and Leon a few days ago really robbed us of several generations feeding crash outs. Hopefully it ends for United how it did for England. Now, I mentioned this.
Bro, they're all insane, bro. They took my guy Choki off and they proceeded to concede 3 goals in like 10 minutes.
Don't let Ends win another trophy in the second season.
Hamza, I'm telling this right now, Hamza. When you win a game like that, Juju is so basically it's football against Juju. Who wins out? like that game against Bilbao is literally Juju against football.
Regardless, you lose, bro. Like you have to pray that Bilbao does something because these guys are losing to Spurs in the final. And if Spurs win the Europa League, while Chelsea end up 8th and they are in the Champions League.
Oh no, Casey!
Wait, hold on, Casey. Why are you disrespecting /?
Sorry, what was that?
Why are you disrespecting /?
Respect Bodo Glim, man. Respect Bodo
No,
Glim.
Casey, why are you disrespecting /? They say / doesn't do anything.
Richie, what's the name of the club? What's the name of the club?
/. That's the name of the club.
Is that the same team that scored? Is that same team that scored 6-0 against that Portuguese bum?
Casey, why? Casey, can you answer my question? Casey, why are you disrespecting /? Why are you disregarding /?
Because I don't know a single player that they have.
Wait, Casey, you know what the best
And I also saw
scenario
the
is?
stadium.
No, Casey, you know what the best scenario is? A Tottenham and United final and a PSG Barca because
Oh,
HS
have
loses
a
either
percent.
way.
Have a
Because HS loses either way.
Yeah.
Actually, also, I just thought about
Yeah,
something. What do you guys think about the whole Champions League teams not dropping to the Europa League? Do you think that
That's good.
Yeah,
Much
that's
better.
good.
Much better.
Yeah, much better.
Like we can't respect. We can't reward failure.
Yeah,
You know,
That's just rewarding failure.
you know,
Have a
you know what's
percent
crazy?
just one thing. Have a scared the Europa teams might drop to conference. So
You know what's crazy? So for the top 4 in the Champions League and the top 4 in the Europa League, 3 of each are in the semi-finals. Because it was Inter, Arsenal, and Barca. They were in the top 4. They were all in the semi-finals, and it was Tottenham, Bilbao, and United.
Oh wow.
They're in the top 4, and they're all. So it shows it's kind of working.
But again, the main thing though is we need to pray. Here's the thing for Bilbao. You can't not win the. It's in your damn stadium. It's in your freaking stadium. So basically, I don't care whether Williams is
Bayern didn't win in their stadium. What are you talking about?
I don't give a damn. It is Boychester divided who used Juju to beat Leon. They use Juju. You can't allow. See, it's one thing to allow. Hold on. It's one thing when the greatest striker of all time, Didier Drogba, contorts his neck to say what's up. It's a different thing when you with these Juju merchants are saying what's up. Come on, bro. Come on, Bilbao. Come on, man. Come on. The world is with you. Shout out to Abrit's Fair, like the Dubinsky. Inter dropping points tomorrow. Thuram and Dom Chips will be back before the first leg. These bombs at Napoli still close. But Abrit's Fair though, don't you want a treble? Actually, let me ask you that. What do you think Inter are most focused on? The Champions League, the league, or do they really want this treble?
probably the Champions League? Because I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah, the treble, man, the treble.
Napoli suck, HH. Like Inter are gonna sleepwalk.
I mean, they did. I don't know, but they suck. But Napoli, they play garbage, but they keep getting with 1-0 wins.
I mean, Kenny, Inter literally gave them the Serie on a silver platter in February, and they proceeded to not take advantage of it whatsoever. So, like,
Anthony Conte, the guy's a fraud. How do you purposefully go out of the corporate side to have one game a week and you're still struggling?
There's 3 points between them. Relax.
I mean, if we've been
wait, Abdallah, is Napoli one of your teams?
No. I just don't like Inter. I just don't like Inter. I'm Juve.
I was about to drop.
I'm Juve.
No,
drop it. He just said he's Juve.
Damn bloody fool.
That Napoli team.
Who did win the 2017 final then?
No, but I've always said I don't think a team wins the treble this season. If any team is to win the treble this season, it will be Barca most likely. But I don't think a team is going to win the treble.
PSG.
HH, who was the last
I know you're scared.
What the fuck you talking about?
HH,
No, HH is not because no, but HH if we win,
hold
No,
on.
this is purely narrative based.
So Arsenal cannons are not going to be.
No, it's just no. We're not saying that. We're talking about
they can, but
no,
who's
they can.
most
But we're talking
likely?
about realistic. It's just we're talking about most likely. Like
Kenny, do you realistically believe that Ousmane Dembele can spearhead the treble?
But you said realistically, like they're done with the league. It's done. They're champions. They're gonna beat whoever it is in the French, like that French cup, whatever it is.
And have a Barca.
But it's just true.
No. Like I get okay, true. Do you know where I'm coming from? I can't envision them lifting a Champions League. The year after Mbappe leaves, that's too messy.
It's happening.
Nah. Wait, no, didn't you see?
So you want Arsenal to win it?
Wait, didn't you see the stats?
Heck no.
Okay, so you want Barca to win it like the year Mbappe comes in?
You know, Mbappe is maybe he's actually.
I want
In all honesty, Mbappe might be an actual fraud. Do you see the kind of scenarios he's in right now? We need to talk about it more because.
No. Let's bro. The worst thing for Mbappe is PSG winning the Champions League. That would be literally the
invincible UCL trouble.
No. A double. It's a two flex. PSG win the Champions League, invincible, and Real go trophies.
And Dembele wins Ballon d'Or. If Dembele wins the Ballon d'Or before Mbappe, you know.
Oh yeah, he's winning. No, if PSG wins the treble, Dembele is done. Yeah, he's winning the Ballon d'Or.
You know that.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Shout out to fair. Inter faced a fully functional City with with your boys Zubimendi in their first UCL group game. They also had chances. Inter faced Arsenal, City, Bayern, and they didn't lose. No, this is true, but again, I think it works both ways. You've never faced a team like Barca.
Yeah, that's true.
You've never faced, Barca have not faced a team like Inter. Inter, you've not had to defend against an attack as dynamic and as creative as these guys. Hence why I am really fascinated. Because here's the thing. Yes, PSG have improved. We've already seen stylistically how Arsenal PSG match up. I don't know how Inter and Barca are going to match up because we've never seen them match up.
But for me, it's about. I feel like Inter have to be clinical. Like I feel like if they missed up, like for me, it's about if they're clinical. I think they will have an opportunity. But you can't be missing chance.
My thing though is that high line with two strikers and specifically wing backs is going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, they're gonna get opportunity, but they're gonna have to be clinical.
They have to be clinical, and I think so. Almost like if Bad Lataro shows up, easy dub for Barca, easy dub. Shout out to just free. Barca just can't defend. They get caught in transition way too often. That's what Inter Milan do well. Inter can beat any press. Inzaghi great. You see, that's why, bro. This is the beauty about this game though is Inter are great in transition. Barca play this high line, and how is our Highland going to look against guys that quickly transition from midfield to attack as quickly as Inter do that have wing backs? Because here's the thing, and I think someone said, bro, we're in April now. You can't change it. I'm feeling it ain't going to change. So my fascination is, okay, how is Inter's transition game going to work against that high line? And here's the thing, maybe Barca just keep getting them cut offside. Because remember, we are dealing with... See, the beauty of the offside trap is that in this semi-automated world, like the robotics are on your side. So they're like, bro, if your PBK is offside, it's offside.
No, but the thing is like Inter can beat the press, but are the forwards fast enough to take advantage of the high line?
I think
come on, we just saw Boa Iglesias take like
No, but Bora
Yo, if boy
Casey, what did you just say?
He's fast. Bora Iglesias is fast. Like,
Casey, drop the bridge.
Okay, hold on.
Can I say something?
Casey,
are you trying to get a brick door?
Casey, is Borja Iglesias ever going to step up in an Olympics or to do anything?
So are you saying Borja Iglesias
is fast?
Wait, so Borja Iglesias could take advantage of the high line, but not Mbappe?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I mean, that's the IQ. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying Mbappe is a dumbass?
No, but I think.
I mean, that game it definitely was. Offside.
I think Flick will have to put someone on Lautaro at all time, basically.
Okay, hold on. So let's talk Ballon d'Or. Elijah, is the mic? We'll get the Elijah.
I think he's celebrating the league.
Oh yeah. Barry, you already know Barry.
Shout out to Clippers. Okay, so
Right,
Elijah, here's this thing. How worried are you that Salah's Ballon d'Or is going to be stolen by a guy called Raf?
I don't give a rat's tail about this award, bro. I really don't.
No, wait, no, drop it. It's not that. It's
so
a
Elijah,
rat.
I'll start. I'll start again. Elijah, how do you feel about Salah potentially losing his well-earned Ballon d'Or to a guy called Raf?
Okay, those two have been stats-wise have been the two highest performing players in Europe. Point blank period. Me, I've said this before about this award. I don't care. I just don't. That's just always been me. I don't think the Ballon d'Or was always more about you. If you knew some people, if you knew some journalists, you can get.
So basically, it's like broad envelope tax.
How do you think an MLS player won that award? We were here that night. Remember when an MLS player won that award?
No.
World Cup tax.
Hold up, Elijah. Weren't you celebrating and gloating in our faces when that happened?
Yes, the league needed it. The league needed it.
Holland was robbed.
The league needed it.
No, Messi.
Okay, so Elijah said the league did it. So has the league changed since that Ballon d'Or win?
I mean, they do. No, they're selling out NFL stadiums now.
Yeah, everyone is rushing to see the Chicago Fires play, man. Of course.
MLS is cooking, bro. MLS is cooking right now.
Wait, didn't you see it? Chicago Fire Stadium was fully sold out. To see Messi.
But it's an MLS thing. It's an NFL.
Wait. To see who? Chicago Fire or Messi?
I don't get it.
Chicago Fire that were hosting Messi.
Messi just happened to.
Did you just say Messi just happened to be there? Is that what you wanted to say?
Messi just happened to.
But basically, there's been no impact.
No, it was the Chicago Fire featuring.
That Messi bodyguard might be even more popular than any.
Yes, bro. I know Messi's bodyguard more than any Chicago Fire, Memphis Tornado, freaking Cincinnati Rapids player, bro.
Shout out to Memphis Tornado, but
is that an actual team? Oh no,
I know you just put a bunch of words together. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's an actual team, Memphis Tornado.
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, you just merged like NBA. NHL.
Yeah. No. I'll just say random stuff. Okay. So look, does Raphinha deserve the Ballon d'Or, or let's wait for Dembele to cook?
I don't know. Let's just see how this UCL ends, and then I guess let the journalists.
Wait, because Elijah, do you know what they're saying? They're saying that if Inter win the treble and Lautaro scores a hat-trick with the third goal being an overhead kick, he won't make the podium. That's what they're saying.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's
Serie
not really
doesn't have
about
to choose, man.
what you do anymore, to be fair.
I mean, that might get him the short list. So
yeah, see, it's not really about what you do anymore. It's really about who you know and your PR. That's what it is now. I'm focused on my AVI. I'm focused on my AVI. Tomorrow could be peak for me. I might not even be on the stream tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow could be a good day.
Wait, hold on. Liverpool can win the league tomorrow?
Yes, if Ipswich either beats
all right, Elijah,
or we beat Leicester.
Right, can we just drop it again? Can we just drop?
What the fuck you talking about?
How? Actually, I think Orlando Brown.
Wait, didn't they draw Chelsea? Didn't they draw Chelsea?
Switch.
Didn't they beat Chelsea and draw them again?
Chelsea sucks.
Chelsea not involved in this conversation.
The same Ipswich beat Chelsea 2-0.
Chelsea are good. So who cares?
The same Ipswich. Come on, guys.
Elijah, you're using a team that got innerly redacted by the government as an example. That's crazy, bro.
Elijah, you know Chelsea aren't good, so I don't know what you're trying to prove with us.
The thing is, even if it doesn't happen tomorrow, it can happen on Wednesday because Arsenal has to play Crystal Palace, and we have to beat. So
Elijah, you've already won the league. This is just Miss Smallwood tax. It's just Miss Smallwood tax.
No, you know this is the most anticlimactic.
Extremely.
Isn't it?
Wait, no, hold on. Just Sky Sports are promoting the race for top 5. That's what they're doing.
Top five.
That's the only thing left to promote. HH. Like, come on, let's go.
Wait, so
because do you know how washed the EPL is? I know it's good about Raphinha Ballon d'Or, like, so the relegation stuff that's already done. Those three bubbles are already relegated. We already know who the winners are. The only thing that's up for contention is the race for top 5.
Wait, so HH, are you telling me when I tune into Super Sunday, they're going to say top 5 race?
Yes.
Oh, it's already started. Sunday night football.
So it's top 5 Sunday.
Yes.
Oh Jesus!
All right, Splash. If I had my cards, this would be a straight red, bro. This would be.
Is it Rock Club? Rock Club.
Casey. I don't care. I want that trash removed from the poster. Road to Munich, road to London, road to Milan, road to Madrid, road to a house from Harry Potter.
Rock is some random place in Poland. It's not even like the capital city.
Shout out Rock, man.
Kenny, there's no place like that in Poland. It's a house in Harry Potter.
No, but
that's what it is. It's a house in Harry Potter.
This is a disrespect. Come on, you can't find a better saying than Rock Law. Like, what's going on? No,
Kenny's messed up, bro. Kenny's messed up.
At least hold on.
No. You don't know this messed up. Hold up. You have San Mames. Great stadium atmosphere. You've got Allianz Arena. Why? The heck is Rock Claw?
Can I say why?
The heck is Rock Claw?
It's a stadium deserving of the competition.
You guys, look. That's crazy.
What does the stadium look like? Wait. Casey, what you say?
I think.
Wait, is that the one that has a train going through it?
No. Okay, I think they wanted to do it in Warsaw, but road to Warsaw just sounds bad. Like that's all. Casey, beat your mic.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Would Road to Lagos sound better?
Actually, that's not too bad, you know. No, okay, no.
Why?
No. I don't care how good the stadium is. Road to Rock Close sounds like you're going to a Harry Potter house or something.
Is it worse or better than Road to Warsaw? Because Poland was supposed to.
At least we know what Warsaw is like.
Get it. Let's be real. Road to Warsaw. It's it invokes certain stuff. But no. Okay, hold on. Casey, I'll be real with you. I don't care when it invokes Road to Warsaw. Actually, no. Casey, sorry. Okay, that's wrong. Because I'm not remembering like my history classes. Because we know who was going to.
It makes sense because Chelsea's history and the road to Warsaw go together.
Can we talk about your club and the people that you employ? Talking about.
I'm saying my club.
Wait. Okay, so guys, is Raphinha the front runner for the Ballon d'Or? Well, yes. Is front runner.
Yeah.
Is he front runner or is it him and Dembele?
I say him and Dembele, but I say Raphinha is a bit more advanced.
Okay, wait, hold on, Kenny, and then comes so Kenny. So who do you think the front runners are and why?
Yeah, I say is him. I say him first, then Dembele. I think that he's just ahead of Dembele because like he plays for Barcelona, and like people are gonna respect more what he does in La Liga than what Dembele does in Liga. But yeah, for me, the only thing that can hold Raphinha back is the fact that Barcelona, you probably have, honestly, out of the top 5, I'd probably say like Dembele and Salah. I think the other 3 players, they might be Barcelona players. Like I'm hearing Yamal shouts, I'm hearing Lewandowski shouts as well.
Pedri.
Like that's the thing. I feel like if Barcelona win the treble, maybe they might have to they might take votes from each other. But yeah, I say probably Raphinha is the front runner, and he has one of the top scorer in the Champions League. He has like most goals and assists. I think he has the most goals and assists in Europe with Salah. I think him and Salah are top 2 for that.
So wait, hold on. I wanna thank someone in the streets. Please put your hands up who voted for Hazard in the poll. I wanna give thanks to you guys.
Wait, what?
Who voted for Hazard? I want you. You know ball.
Wait, HS was that? No, HS was that your banner?
In the streets. Tell me who voted for Hazard. His belated trophy.
How many accounts?
I think you.
They probably misread and thought Burger d'Or instead of Ballon d'Or.
So
Belated.
I want to thank whoever voted for Hazard for that. I want to thank you, bro. I want to thank you.
Actually, I
17%,
think
that's
you voted that you use your burner. I think you use your burner.
Bro, Hesse, Hazard has more. Hold on, guys. Hazard is getting more votes than Dembele. Guys, come on, bro. Guys, come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is touch. What's it called?
Wait, can I just say something on the Ballon
Yeah,
d'Or?
go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like, because I feel this way, kind of like the MVP in the NBA as well. I feel like there needs to be some type of like, I don't know, month to month power ranking or something like an official like power ranking. Because I feel like it's too many times where it basically just comes down to like whatever you did in the last 2 months of the season to just decide who gets Ballon d'Or. So what's the point even having the first like 6 months of the season if none of that shit?
MVP. That's like 10 journalists.
No, it's more than that.
No, it's definitely, yeah,
so it's strictly journalists who vote.
Journalists.
And Ballon d'Or is that the one with the captains, or is that the one with captains and journalists?
No,
Ballon d'Or?
captains is FIFA.
No, yeah,
captains
just
is
journalists.
FIFA.
Ballon d'Or is
these
just
are journalists. So these are journalists. You see,
like, can you bring up Betsy's comment?
SK, what do you say? SK.
Wow. No, because I'm just saying because it's just kind of dumb because like there's literally no point in us ever having this convos until we get to like the end of May, basically.
No. You can say if before Liverpool played PSG, Salah was the front runner. Before Liverpool played PSG, he was the front runner. So we didn't know what was going to happen, but he was the front runner. Like right now, you can say either Raphinha or Raphinha and Dembele, although Dembele wasn't very good in those two legs. I mean, like
he still got 2 GA, man. 2 GA, 2 GA.
That's the thing.
GA, bro.
You know that's what they're gonna use. You just know it.
Wait,
and you know, you say it's been bad. You know, he was back. You know, he won the man of the match in both games. You know?
No, he was good. No, he was definitely good without GA. He just
yeah, one man of the match. I thought like they're pushing the Dembele agenda. Like,
No, they are.
And how does that make you feel?
Both of them are GA merchants, but what is this? If football was fair, Pedri would be winning a Ballon d'Or.
No. Here's the thing. That's true. When Raphinha stole that Kubasi goal, I was like, okay, I know what's going on.
I don't blame him, man. Can I make my argument?
Like I don't. Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Does Kubasi see that goal? Really?
Yeah, he does. Because to be honest, like I don't care about the award necessarily because I think there is so much like team context when it comes to winning. But for this guy, Raphinha specifically, it'll be a great story because a year prior, he was getting abused, disrespected, and even me, I said he was mid, but he turned out from mid to having a world-class season. So it will just be an amazing story if he won the greatest individual prize in the game. It'll be amazing for
him. Who else wants to touch on Raphinha? No, did he?
Can I?
Okay, let's speak after Casey and Chase.
Yeah, Casey, Chase first, and then AK.
I actually
like that.
Sorry.
Casey, just talk. Casey.
I actually think it is 60-40 Dembele Raphinha, because I'm like almost certain that PSG are gonna beat Arsenal. Yes, because
this Arsenal disrespect, man, is crazy.
No,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
No.
And also, Casey, you're only saying this because you want some Mbappe to fall and fail. That's why.
Okay, so you want Arsenal to win?
Casey, I want life to win. That's what I want. I want life to be the winner. I want life, love, and peace to be the winner.
These 2 months are
that's so disingenuous, man.
But no, I'm saying that because, bro, they need Thomas Partey for their midfield, and like he's out for the first leg. That is what I'm saying. That.
Is it supposed to be in prison? Yeah, go for it. Yeah, what you say, Casey?
Whoa, wow.
Casey, no, go. What you say? Go for it.
Yeah, okay. There is an argument.
Casey, keep going. Casey.
No. But say Raphinha shows up against Inter Milan, then just give it to him. And if we beat Inter Milan, right, just give the Ballon d'Or. Like it's done. Because
okay. Raphinha shows up against Inter, but Saka drops it a 2-piece on you at the Allianz. You still give it to Raphinha?
Saka's not winning that Ballon d'Or. You know that, right?
Yep. Bro, how about like
if Arsenal win the UCL, Salah's getting the Ballon d'Or. Like I don't know what we're doing here.
No. If Arsenal win the UCL, listen. If Arsenal win the UCL, but Barca wins the league and the Copa del Rey, I think Raphinha is winning it.
No, I don't know. I think they might give it to Salah.
No. Basically, if you're a Salah fan, you basically need to hope that Arsenal Inter win the Champions League.
Yeah, Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, which is sad to be honest. Like,
I mean, an Arsenal UCL. That's
Wait,
a
can you?
This
No, wait. Can you
will be
imagine?
your fault, H. It should be your fault.
No. Wait, guys, can you imagine an Arsenal Champions League and a Tottenham Europa League?
and Chelsea finishing 8th. And Anthony.
Do you know?
You know the
Do you know?
worst thing is,
Do you know who slashes their wrists? If Tottenham win that Europa League and Bayern go
No,
tripleless.
You're not.
No, wait,
you're
can we
not
talk
saying-
about this? Because how come when Bayern win games, you
wait,
don't
I
bring
have
them up?
an even worse scenario.
Go for
So
it.
Arsenal win the Champions League, Tottenham in the Europa League, and Chelsea lose the final to Anthony.
Yes, and he scores a hat trick.
No. Here's the thing, bro. If we lose to the Swedish Guardian in that same, bro, I've never heard of that damn freaking team, bro.
I
And also, do you know what the issue is? That we have faced fruit sellers all the way. So if we reach the final, this will be the first real team who would have faced in this whole competition. and we lost to Legia.
Nah, but HH, how did you guys lose to Legia?
Shout out shout out Warsaw, man.
Ask SK, he'll tell you. Oh, ask SK and Kenny, they'll tell you how.
I was actually
I don't know.
I didn't waste my Thursday evening watching that damn game.
Sorry, relax, bro. Relax.
No, but HH, are you dropping the lock? Okay, say Chelsea makes the conference.
Well, you know,
final. Are we getting the pre?
Elijah.
Complete
Wait, can I say one
set.
quick thing?
Elijah, do you know how much work it takes to go into the locker room, the editing and everything like that? And you want me to do that for Raw Claw?
Why not complete the set?
I mean, okay, if Chelsea get top 5, do you care what happens to the UCL?
SK, did you just hear what you just said? If Chelsea make top 5.
You're not getting that. That's the thing, but you're probably gonna finish that.
No, it's not. Honestly, how we fumbled that.
No, Kenny, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Villa and Newcastle aren't even that good, bro. This is what's
Bro.
making me sick, bro.
SK, I want to
people be glazing these teams like that. They're not good. Bro.
Hold up, I need to go down to the cottage tomorrow to come and give my people some moral support.
SK, ever since we draw to that to a team called the Tractor Boys, I'm like, this is done out here.
Yeah, no.
That didn't break me though, kid.
No. After that Tractor Boys draw, I'm like, yeah, we will not make top 5. And it's a blessing because that's idiots called Mascara cannot piss off. So, you know.
Yeah, the two guys that hired him as well, they need to be sacked as well.
Is this core?
Yes.
How did you know it was core?
My man did a whole ass logo.
It's core.
It's core, yeah.
No, he's
Bye. Shout out to boy as Mixos clutch winner against Scudetto soon.
Yeah, respect.
Okay, guys.
And you want me to take that league seriously?
If Mixos leads Napoli to a win, we're not repping it. We're not repping Mixos.
Wait. So
No, hold on.
It's about Serie.
If Inter win the Champions League and Napoli win the Serie, do we give Mixos credit?
I think we need to destroy football at that point.
HH, can I ask you a question?
Wait, hold on. Let me just put the dots. Shout out to Inter's main concern is Pedri, no one else. Is this a break?
Nobody.
I think I understand his point there. Because Pedri
wait, hold up. Lewandowski can score goals. Yamal can't assist.
We saw what Dortmund did to them when Pedri wasn't on the pitch. So.
Wait, this doesn't even make any sense because Abris Fur is literally a goal scoring. Wait, is it Abris Fur or Armchair that's like a goal scoring merchant? That's just like the guy that says if you don't score goals then you just like
no, it says Armchair Critic.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Shout out to Yishete. So much talk about matchups, but what's the difference between Inter and Atletico? Well, that's a huge difference.
Is that a brick? That's a brick.
That is a brick. Hold on. What's the brick? I'll give you a very simple difference. Inter actually know how to attack. Inter actually have an attacking game plan. Atleti is vibe. Their attack is vibes.
Inter has a better defense.
Galan is total defense.
Yeah, that as well. Inter are better defensively. They are better defenders.
No, Atleti can attack because we've seen them. They put 4 past Barca, that 4-4 game.
But it's not consistent. Like
they scored a lot of goals.
No, but Atleti scored like 8 goals against Barca this season already.
No, but for me, I just think that Inter are a more complete team in terms of how they can defend, how they can attack, and how they counter, and how they can transition. Basically,
I
Inter are a
understand.
better team than Atleti. They're a better team. They're
I
a better
think I think they would defend better when there's a big difference between Bastoni and Longley at the back.
Also, that mid,
Oh, yeah.
also the mid. I think the biggest difference between the two is the midfield, bro. Like,
Wait, hold on. Let me bring it in. So, and this is a good transition to our next topic. Kamamara, thanks Arsenal for sacking Ancelotti.
Okay, can I speak on my favorite coach?
All right, hold on. Let me set this up. Let me
Show
set
some
this up.
respect, guys. Show some respect.
Show some respect to your elders, AK.
Here's the thing here.
He's a youngin. He doesn't know about that.
So now, Ancelotti, I don't know whether this is dementia going on. Ancelotti says he has the full support of Perez. Now,
Yeah, it is dementia.
bro, get that, do some vitamin E.
yeah, man. So my thing here is this: is that I want to confess to Abdallah, and then I'll come to you, AK. Is it's over for Ancelotti.
Yep.
The moment that once Nelly Furtado scored that goal, he was done. He was done. You can't lose twice to Arsenal, and this is not disrespect to Arsenal, but you can't get pimped by Holloway Road FC twice, and you're the defending UCL champions with the kind of team that you have. And I think, and this is what I said in my video, this team is trying to build for domestic supremacy. Looking at how good Barca are and what Flick has done to Barca, Ancelotti is the wrong manager to dominate the league. Now, I think that he can win a Champions League here, there, and everywhere. Ancelotti simply cannot go back to back. Talk to me. Ancelotti, is it the right move to tell him to piss off?
Yes, I think it is. I think his time has ended. You can't be losing against a team that doesn't have a natural striker. Okay, probably a more cohesive midfield in my opinion, but for me, they look like a bunch of individuals at Real Madrid this season. They don't look like a team, unfortunately. I don't know if everyone else seems like that way. With Arsenal, as much as we like to crash it on them, they look like a team. They look like they're together and stuff like that. And let's be honest, it's a game of. It's not a game of individuals. You can only have Gid so many times like that they've had over the years in terms of against us, against PSG and stuff like that. I think their luck has run out in terms of like having individual moments. So I think it's time to part ways with Ancelotti. So I think it's the right way to freshen up things.
Actually, okay, let me come to Sumi, then I'll come to you, AK. Sumi, talk to me.
So, okay, first thing, yes, this is an issue with Ancelotti that he cannot defend his league. Now, the thing is, I wouldn't go ahead and blame everything on Ancelotti. The way people are blaming Ancelotti, he was the man who created the system for Jude Bellingham. Let's not discount that. He was the person who created that system so that Jude Bellingham could score those goals running from the deep. He went back to that 4-4-2 diamond. So, blaming Ancelotti, yes, he might have not been able to get the best of the team. Why can't we just go ahead and blame the person who was responsible for this whole mess?
Preach!
And that person, just because of his own obsession, he disrupted the whole team. If I am a president of a club and I am building a super team, I won't just go for one player for 150 and give him 150 as a signing bonus. I would distribute that 150 into other areas which we knew that we had a problem with. Now everybody used to talk about that. How good is Luka Modric? How good is Luka Modric without Kroos? The whole of the hole in the midfield without Kroos has haunted us the whole season. It's not Carvajal, it's not Mendy, it's not the defense. It's Toni Kroos who was to drop in the defense with the other two central defenders and make it a three-man defense so that the fullbacks could push up the pitch. And he was making sure that he would get those balls to that fullbacks or to the midfielders. So just blaming Ancelotti for the whole mess,
You can't do that.
I don't. No, this is not right. He has taken over the club when we were a mess, and he gave us 2 league titles, 2 Champions League. What the if we want more from him? He has settled down the club. He has made sure that the club stays in green. We have money, but our cheap ass bastard hierarchy doesn't want to spend that money. We are only going for loan deals. Why we are looking for sorry, not loan deals, free transfers. Alexander Arnold is for a free transfer. And one more thing which I don't like about my team right now, we only play foreigners. Our team is made of foreigners. We don't have a Spanish international in our team.
Make Madrid great again.
Apart, Real Madrid doesn't have a first team.
Make
Spanish
Madrid
international.
Spanish again. Make Madrid Spanish.
Make
again.
Madrid great again. Make Madrid great again. I agree.
No, the reason why I'm telling is Alexander Arnold was not needed. We had a youngster in our Castilla system because the same Castilla system provided us Asensio. Ancelotti wanted
Is the
to.
guy Galacticos? So.
Barry.
Ancelotti.
Barry. Next.
Sack Vasquez, man.
That was a clean challenge. That was a clean challenge.
Please tell me that Vasquez is not. That you're not actually.
He actually did. He actually did play for Spain once. I can't even.
I'm not talking about Vasquez. Who is talking about Lucas Vasquez? I'm talking about that guy who is leaving for a Serie club. He's
Nico Paz.
Nico Paz?
No, not Nico Paz. He is playing for the UEFA Youth League, and he has been multiple time man of the match.
Jesus Fortea.
So, if this is how the club is running, where we are just trying to get free transfers, you are blaming the coach for everything. Why we are blaming the coach for everything?
You can't.
Ancelotti has his own drawbacks. I know that. But when Ancelotti requested for a midfielder that it will not work with Mbappe, why he was not granted that? If a coach, look at Manchester City. Guardiola did not get his guys in the transfer market, in the summer transfer market. I'm not talking about the winter transfer market. In the summer, he did not get his guys. What has happened to them? It is always not the coach. Sometimes it is the hierarchy.
No, this is why I disagree. It is because of Pep. He didn't want to make any signings in the summer. He said, I can probably get one last time out of these players. And that's why he refused the signings. So this season, there are 2 parallels with Ancelotti and Pep. Both of them are to blame for the downfall of their teams this season.
How is Ancelotti? Hold on. How is Ancelotti?
Wait, AJ, can I speak on this?
Wait.
Can you drop a brick? Can you drop a brick?
Before, let him see whether he can avoid this brick. So,
all right,
Abdallah, how do you?
I just remembered. Yeah, I got it right.
Oh my
and
god!
One more thing about Real Madrid.
Yeah, go continue.
One thing I wanted to let you know about Real Madrid. It is not the coach who decides the players. That is the biggest challenge of Real Madrid. So managers, our coaches does not decide who the next player will be, who will be bought in, who will be signed. It is the hierarchy, the board who decides. Now you are blaming the coach. Now you're blaming Ancelotti, who made sure that when you bought in Bellingham, he had a system. He couldn't find a system because the damn player doesn't know how to play. Yes, he has given us 34 goals. But the whole system got affected because of just one player. He is the only one who is scoring goals. Last year, it was distributed among everyone. The goals was distributed among everyone. And that's why we succeeded. And we defended like a team. For one player, all the others are suffering. All the other team is suffering because we need.
Who is the player?
Mbappe.
The French Dan James.
I never. That's
and back shots.
If HHM remembers, I said I do not want Mbappe in my club because he will disrupt the whole shit. Because I wanted a midfielder and 2 fullbacks.
No, but here's the thing though. So Is Perez repeating the same mistake he did with the Galacticos?
Yes, he is repeating Beckham all over again.
Yes.
He's repeating Beckham all over again, and he will. What will happen now is, if this continues next season, again like 2006 when he resigned as a president, it will repeat again. History will repeat itself if next season goes the same way. And talking
Wait.
about the next coach, we will talk about when we talk about it. I have something to talk about Xabi Alonso also.
Okay, so
SJ, can I ask you one question?
Wait, you can speak.
So, Jason, what's the question that don't come to AK? Jason, what's the question?
SJ, in your opinion, who has a higher eye test and more tesh, Beckham or Mbappe?
Mbappe. AK.
No, let SJ answer.
Well, can you let SJ? I'll allow SJ to answer the question.
No. Mbappe has more technique than Beckham. But But the thing is, both of them are here for their PR.
Yes,
Nothing else.
100% agree. Like, I think that, like, of course, Mbappe is a superior player, but the reason why they were brought in wasn't primarily for football reasons. It was primarily for player reasons. Like, they didn't come in to fit into the team footballing wise. It was more about what's going to be. Oh, I know you're still talented. Of course, Bex is talented, but your primary reason here is because of what it will mean for PR, shirt sales, merchandise.
Mbappe is definitely not KD. So what is he like? Is there an NBA player we can think of?
He's a 19-year-old World Cup winner. Casey, he won the World Cup at 19.
Casey,
first try.
Casey, he's Klay Thompson to the Mavericks.
Respect Klay Thompson.
Did Klay Thompson win a World Cup at 19? AK, talk to me.
I think he did.
There is no basketball.
Wait, hold on. AK, let me present. So, AK, how can Carlo be blamed when Perez put him in this position? No close replacement, no centre back, no striker.
Okay. Shout out to Ancelotti first of all. He's leaving. So first of all, I just want to, before I focus on Real Madrid, I want to make sure. So he's going to Brazil next.
Rumored.
So we're gonna see let the ballers ball football with Joe Linton in midfield.
AK, do you want to see Joe Linton and Bruno G ball?
AK, does Ancelotti know where Brazil is on the map?
Hold on, of course it does.
Well, are you sure with his dementia?
No, he has dementia when he's coaching Real Madrid.
Did you say Duran G-ball?
So HH, I'm just asking. So we're gonna see Joe Linton play let the ballers ball football.
Yes.
We're gonna see
and they will fail. If he does that, they will fail.
We're gonna see Ariana Grande play let the ballers ball football.
Yes, and they will fail mercilessly.
Wait, AK, who's in the net again for Brazil?
Bento blocks.
Let the ballers ball with Bento.
Like Vinicius and these, they ain't got no more excuses.
Boy.
I mean, it's true, man. They brought the coach like
Kenny,
they were born on the.
Kenny, was Rodrigo and Vinny playing when they got dunked on by Nelly Furtado?
Yeah,
and the real Bukayo.
They were playing last season when they were saying the guys and Ballon d'Or and all that stuff. So you have no excuse. I expect Vinny to try 20 times harder now on the color shirt.
But how much can he be blamed when Perez did not give him players?
I mean, can he be blamed for not retaining a league title his entire career? Can he be blamed for winning only 1 out of 9 with the all-time Milan team? Can he be blamed for not? Can he be blamed for not winning?
But let's talk about this season.
Title against Olivier. No. HH, let me speak, please. Can he be blamed for not winning a league title against Olivier Giroud's Montpellier?
That's in the past.
Can he be blamed for not retaining a league title at Bayern Munich? Can he be blamed for losing a league title to Xavi? Can he be blamed?
Hold on. AK, but with regards to this season,
yeah, we're having two different.
You're 100%. Of course, he's to be blamed for that. But with regards to this season,
okay.
You brought in Mbappe.
Yes.
No Toni Kroos replacements. No centre back. How much blame do you give him when you literally did not improve the team when the team needed specific improvements?
See, I think I'll be unbiased here. I think there was blame on both sides. I think you can blame Perez for the way he sabotaged the team. I think last season you saw the team was already a very balanced. They had 4 midfielders covering for the 2 attackers. They had a nice solid defense. They were not tactically perfect, but they were functional, and that functionality allowed them to achieve great things. However, I think during the summer, I think his pursuit of Mbappe really, dropped the ball, because at the end of the day, you can be a great player, but not fit into a team.
Yes.
And I think that's the case with Mbappe. I mean, he's just not fitting into this team. He just was never a great fit for this team. Once Vinicius had that explosion that he had, he never was the correct fit for this team. You needed a Benzema-esque player to come in and, fill that role, whether that be a Harry Kane, whether that be an Isaac, whether that be someone of that mold, someone of that caliber. And they just didn't buy that. I think.
No, I think here's, you know what's crazy? The moment Real won that UCL last year with what Vini did, Mbappe should have actually extended it with PSG.
Yeah.
But you know what the funny ironic thing is? By Mbappe leaving is why PSG have actually allowed to enhance. I don't think PSG would play this well or play this well if Mbappe was still in the
of
team.
course.
We disagreed with that. What are you talking about?
I think
Who?
I think he should have. I think
Wait, sort of, Iki, can you reduce the volume in the background? I think it's your TV or something in the background.
I'm at my friend's house, so they're just speaking.
You sound like you're in Joey 101, bro.
So I think overall, I think there is that issue. I also think the Cruz replacement. I think that was a factor in the whole thing. I think midfielder to really get on the ball and dictate the tempo was missing. But I mean, Red Devil, you say that, but he did help them win 2 UCLs. Like, at that point, you can't argue with the success.
No.
I think Cruz leaving really opened up a hole in their midfield. But again, that's where you blame Perez. But where you can blame Ancelotti is, I mean, SJ mentioned that academy player. I mean, Ancelotti made the decision to bring in Raul Asensio into the squad. Why couldn't Ancelotti replace Lucas Vazquez with that academy player? Why did Lucas Vazquez have to play as many games as he did in that right back position? Why did
Okay, let me tell you why. The reason is Real Madrid doesn't want any Castilla players to be promoted. They want to sell those players. So he's leaving for a
So
fee.
why did he give Raul Asensio a chance?
Because that was desperation.
They have desperation as well here. Lucas Vazquez is playing right back. That should be desperation. Why did you stick with Lucas Vazquez? There were other options. Fede Valverde is a better right back candidate than Lucas Vazquez. You should play him there.
No, I understand. Okay, understand one thing. It's not the coach who selects the team in Real Madrid. That is the biggest challenge. We need a yes man in Real Madrid dugout. We don't need like a Klopp who will challenge the decision of the hierarchy. It is the decision of Perez that all the 3 forwards needs to play. We can simply drop one of them, but it is the decision of Perez that all the 3, Vini, Rodrigo, and Mbappe, needs to play together up front.
So you're saying everything at Real Madrid is Perez's decision. Ancelotti has no say.
Yes.
Then why is he a
Yes,
manager
no.
then?
That
Why
is
is
the
he a
problem.
manager?
That is the problem. In Real Madrid, how it works is the board will give it to you. Now you manage, and you get.
That's how it works.
If you
That's
don't,
how it
you
works
get
for most clubs. That's how it works for most clubs. Like even if
No,
like you see,
no,
for
no,
example, clubs where the manager has input, it's not necessarily that the manager is always correct. I mean, I know you gave Abdallah a brick for this, but Pep didn't want players. The board at Man City wanted to bring in players. Pep didn't want players, and you saw what happened to Man City today. Klopp, if you remember at Liverpool, Michael Edwards was making all the decisions. Suddenly, after Michael Edwards leaves, Klopp gets that hand in the transfers. He signs Darwin Núñez and he signs Cody Gakpo. So at the end of the day, like you can say, oh, the hierarchy has all the power. The coach doesn't have much
Don't
power.
forget Takimi Minamino. Like Klopp wanted Takimi Minamino.
Exactly. So like you say the hierarchy has all the decisions. The manager
Klopp wanted
doesn't.
Julian Brandt.
The hierarchy was also the
Klopp wanted Mario Götze.
Let's not disrespect Gakpo.
So
Gakpo
the thing
was
is,
fried.
the thing is, this same hierarchy was the one that bought Vinicius Jr., the one that bought Jude Bellingham, the one that bought Rodrigo, the one that bought all these players that Real Madrid fans say are amongst the best players in the world. And they bought all these players that Ancelotti won the UCL with. So you don't blame the hierarchy then, but you blame the hierarchy now.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
get
no,
it.
no.
You are getting it wrong now. The problem is he requested for a midfielder because he knew what Toni Kroos brought to the side. He wanted a deep lying midfielder, a deep lying playmaker, and he did
Yes.
not do that.
Okay,
knew
he
there
won.
would be a challenge. He knew he did not want Mbappe because he had a see. Understand, the coach has a settled team which won everything which they could, but the problem is the hierarchy said no. We want Mbappe. We will give you Mbappe. Now you figure it out.
Okay,
Now,
and
if you challenge, let's say, okay, you have a settled team. Will you try to disturb, get it disturbed by if the hierarchy tells you that no, we will not give you these players?
So, I mean, I did blame Paris for bringing in the decision of Mbappe, but that's not, well, you can't say bringing in Mbappe is the reason you can't perform well against Leganés. You can't say bringing in Mbappe is the decision is because of bringing in Mbappe, we can't beat Alaves convincingly. We lose to Valencia at home. We can't. Madrid have not been good this entire season. And that's not just against the big teams. Even against the small teams, these guys haven't been good.
No, hold on. I think someone pointed out like in the comments like he wanted a number 9 also. Like I think you can laugh at it all you want, but like Joselu was very important for them last
Yeah,
season.
no, and that's not even a joke. He was.
Whoa.
Oh no, because like, of course there are better strikers, but like you can't go into a season, especially when you're a team like Real, and not have a striker.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
this is a team that had, whether it was Morientes, whether it was Raul, whether it was Benzema, and Hoslu, they had a point guard and a striker. To go from that to a guy who he is Mbappe is not a striker. He never will be.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Perez is wrong. Perez didn't. It was oversight from Perez, of course. It was oversight from Perez this summer as to what he needed and what he got. But again, you can't keep using that as excuses for not being able to build up properly from the back. You can't be able to use that as excuses when you have you seen Ancelotti's team press? One player presses, the other player doesn't press. One player presses, the other. The team is not organized.
Wait, hold on. Okay, here's the thing. No, here's the thing. There are some managers who give me anything in any situation I will cook. But there are other managers where there are certain ingredients I need to cook. For Pep Guardiola, I need a metronome. I need a DM. And that is full to my system. And for Carlos, like, I need a pointsman striker. I need a kind of a Toni Kroos type of midfielder. So there are certain things that guys need. Whether it was from Shevchenko or Crespo, or from Benzema,
Wait.
or from
Didn't you say like 5 months ago that this guy can cook with anything, that he doesn't need a specific players? You literally made a video comparing Pep and Ancelotti and said, "Oh, Ancelotti's succeeding despite having all these injuries, but Pep isn't doing anything."
Wait, hold on. Okay, no, that's true. Hence why, as bad as Real Madrid have been, now if they beat Bilbao, that's still 4 points away. They could still be in a Copa del Rey final. And let's be real, many people thought Atletico would have beaten them. So my thing is that Carlo Ancelotti has been able to patch up and
what has he been able to? This team hasn't been playing well this season. How has he been able to get something? This team has been running on individuals. What has he been able to do?
Can I ask you a question?
Okay. So wait, hold on. Okay, so the players have been coaching themselves to this position.
Hey, that's what it looks like. There's no plan.
No.
What is the plan?
AK, you're saying that at this level, players can coach themselves to win this amount of games.
You told me this on Wednesday. You told me this on Wednesday. There was no plan when they went out there. What was the plan? What has been the plan this season? What does Real Madrid? What is
Wait, hold on. AK, no. What happened was you just faced a very good defensive team which is better than you. And the team who are just more organized and better than most of the Bournemouth type of super merchants in Spain.
No, but you can't do that because we've been watching Real Madrid this whole season. So it's not just the Arsenal thing.
It's not just Arsenal against against Valencia. These guys can't break down the defense.
They have been trash and they've been anxious. But what I was trying to say to AK is, have Real Madrid gotten to second and, well, if they win 4 points by the thing, purely by the players coaching themselves?
Because they have individuals.
I'm sorry. You can't coach yourself for a whole. That's not how. That's not how football works. Bro, we're not on the playground here.
With all due respect to La Liga, bro, what are the La Liga teams gonna really do, bro? What are the La Liga teams?
Exactly. What are they gonna do?
Like, are we relying on?
Bro, I can't lie, but I'm sure you're defending this guy because you like old heads, bro. Let's be honest. You're defending this guy because you like old heads.
Hold on. Okay, did you watch my video? Did you hear what I started with? Ancelotti is done. Like, if Real Madrid, okay, I'll rephrase what I said again. This team is a young team, and this team should have gone back to back. And the aim of this team is to do what the team of the 2010 didn't do, which is win more than domestic supremacy. So if he wants domestics, okay, champions are fine, but come on, you have 15. What you're lacking is domestic supremacy. You cannot have domestic supremacy with Ancelotti. Ancelotti is not a guy that can do 2-3 picks. So for Carlo, he can, if Carlo stays, he can give you another 1 or 2 Champions Leagues in this decade. He can't give you a domination. So if Real wants to and obviously this is where we'll not get to Xabi Alonso. If they want to dominate domestically, which is a different management, Carlo's not the guy.
No. Let's not they can still win the league. Like, you can say I'm like
no. Let me say.
Casey.
No. Okay,
I have never seen a league over like with 4 points. Okay, like this is the first time.
Okay, let me tell you something. AK, what you said, I understood everything. What the fuck was the management doing when Dani Carvajal got injured, when Alaba got injured, when Militao got injured?
And I blame the management.
And you had a whole winter window. And you had no defenders there.
I literally blame the management for that.
One more thing. Tell me, in my team, I'm a Madridista out and out. Tell me who is the deep playmaker, because all I see in my team right now.
SJ, I have a question.
Hold on. Let me finish. All I see in my midfield is physical trash.
Okay.
Physical trash. There is no one who is as good as Toni Kroos, not even Dani Ceballos, who will ping those balls. Who will ping those balls?
Okay, so I just have a response to that. SJ, you watch the Premier League, right?
Brother, this is not the Premier League.
No.
La Liga is different.
You watch the Premier League. Do you watch Ipswich? Ipswich Town are able to build up with Sam Morsey and Jens Kajust. And you're telling me you need Toni Kroos to build up?
Okay. Is the Premier League football same as La Liga's football?
Wait. Okay, isn't Jude Bellingham generational? Isn't he supposed to build up?
What I'm asking is the Premier League same as La Liga? La Liga is
you can't use it. You Real Madrid. You have £100 million players on that pitch, and you're telling me you can't build up.
Again, no.
Ipswich can build. Las Palmas can build up. Las Palmas can build up.
Wait. Hold on, Kenny. Wait a second, Kenny.
No, where I would agree with AK is that, as we know, Toni Kroos was an important player, but the lack of the lack of plan that we're seeing, like if at least you're trying something and we can see that the players are just failing every time, it is. But like I said, the lack of, and that is true.
Okay, Kenny, let me ask you this. So, and Kenny, let's have a real conversation right now. Camavinga was hyped. Is he that guy? Tchouaméni was hyped. Is he that guy? Dani Ceballos was found on the road begging. Modric is going to turn 96 next week. So Kenny, my thing here is that, again, a coach can do magical things. When we look at the personal, can we have a real conversation? Are we really rating? Hold up. How many thoughts? So, Kenny, 96 Modric, Danny Ceballos found on the road begging. Chouameni and Camavinga, maybe these guys are not as good as they were hyped up to be.
Wait, HH, what happened when they lost?
Hold on, Kenny.
It's just like I said, in the big games, Arsenal, that I ain't mad at it. But like I'm saying, when I'm seeing you struggle against teams like Leganes every week, Valencia every week, I'm like, at some point, the game plan is just not there. And like I said, and for me, for example, the press. I know like Real Madrid have never been a pressing team, but the lack of press is sometimes terrible. Like when you're playing against this small team, I'm seeing that the lack of press, and that's where I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna put as much blame on Ancelotti because that is true. Real Madrid, we know, is a very political club, and I'm sorry, like Mbappe, like for all the talent you have, my guy, the way this guy walks around the pitch,
yes,
like it's disgraceful.
Yes,
because so is that Carlos' fault?
No, that's not that.
That you have a guy like Mbappe who is plays a
how
crucial role.
wait,
guys, I just want to be clear here. I am not here caping for Carlo. I'm just here because we need to have a balanced conversation. Because hold up. Before this, we've not been having a balanced conversation. The point is, Carlo's old, he's washed, his efforts to goal is washed. Yes, a part of it, he's old and fossil. Yes, you should coach the team better. Yes, a team this talented should be able to beat Leganes. But we have to look at both sides. And the other side that we've not been looking at is you lost a very important player in Toni Kroos and you replaced him with who? Danny Ceballos?
Didn't Ancelotti lose 4-0 to Xavi's Barcelona with Toni Kroos?
Yeah, no, but and it's just that's the thing is like we're saying, as bad as the replacement has been for some of these players, there's still a base level that against this slower team, you don't need to have a Toni. Like I've seen, last season there was games without Toni Kroos where Real Madrid still played decently well. So that's why I'm like, and that's why I'll blame.
So Kenny, hold on, Kenny. That's my question now. What changed from last season to this season? Last season, easily the best team won the league and won the Champions League. So what changed from last season to this season? Last season was just all the players and Canada just vibed out.
I do think that the especially in defense they've had a lot of injuries in midfield as well. But for me, like, it's the Mbappe because I like the player, but when you already have a Vinicius, which is you can't have too many of these guys that just slack there, especially when nowadays in football, like you need guys that are going to do some. You have to run off the ball. You can't just be walking around. And when you have Vinicius and Mbappe, like as talented as your team is, you can't be playing like when you don't have the ball, you can't be playing 9 against 11. Like no, it's not even. It's basically you're playing 10. You're playing 8 against 10. Because in modern football, you can't be having two players that off the ball offers nothing like Mbappe and Vinicius. You can barely get away with one of them. But when you have two of them, bring any manager you want to. If the guy doesn't want to like apply himself, like you're gonna go straight to he's going to go to failure. And someone said it. And Enrique did. There was a conversation where Enrique would add with Mbappe and like, yo, my guy, even you're the best player and all that, but off the ball, you have to do way more. And there's no surprise why PSG this season are a better team this season compared to last season. They might not have the individual. The Mbappe might be individually, yes, great, but in a team sport, especially as it is today, in this all these managers' tactics, you can't be having guys that slack off the ball like Mbappe and Vinicius. You can't be having two of these guys in the same team. It's impossible.
I just want to add one thing. Madrid have looked the best this season without Vinicius playing.
That is not true. That is not true.
No. I'll tell you what. Last season, the reason why we were successful was because when we were defending as 4-5-1. The amount of defensive support Rodrigo gives was great because only Vinny was told that you don't have to defend, you can stay up front, and everybody needs to drop back. This season, since Mbappe has come in, so we have Vinny and Mbappe, and looking at them, the other teams, the other players on the team are also not doing their shit. They are also not pressing. They are not, because they are looking at two players not giving a F about defending. So why would they? Last season, we had Jude Bellingham run from one box to the other. We had Fede Valverde, we had Rodrigo, we had Toni Kroos making sure that everybody was playing proper defense. This season, there is no one.
Yeah, but Sumar, what I would also say too is, to your point, without having like that control in the midfield, it makes your team have to run even more because the games are going to be more chaotic.
So that's the thing.
Wait, hold on. Let me bring it to Osuna. So Osuna, your view on this as a Madrid fan, man, or rather, weed man, rather.
So ultimately, this was always going to happen. If you just look at the progression of the season, I understand the point of, blame the management, blame the board for not being able to recognize certain problems in the squad. Ultimately, Real Madrid, as Sumia said, has always been a club that is just about, we get the players that the board wants and the manager will take care of that however he does best. Us getting Jude Bellingham last season was the decision by our board. It was up to Carlo Ancelotti to figure out how to use him properly. Carlo figured it out. He figured out a way to make it work, and we were very successful. Adding Mbappe to that made it so that it was much less successful, and it's a bit of a dilemma. Like we all could see it, sure. At the same time, this is the club of Perez, and so however he wants it, it will be. And if he wants Mbappe, you must be able to have him in the squad and take care of it. And if you cannot manage the situation, you are not the man to manage Real Madrid, unfortunately. That's just how it is. Yeah. This is how the squad has been informed. This is what we need, and this is what we have. If you cannot manage this as the manager, then you are not the Real Madrid manager. And if the next one cannot, then you are not the Real Madrid manager. And the next one, it's how the most football clubs are, and it's a sort of
okay. But let me ask you this though: does that ideology need to change to dominate Spain domestically for a period of time? Can that ideology work to do a 3-3-4
Perez has never ever gone back to back with his league titles.
Absolutely correct. Yep.
He's never done it. There's a reason for that. And it's his way of squad building. But there's also a reason why we also win all these Champions Leagues. Because of said squad building. It's really, you choose one or the other. To have dominance of both, it's impossible. So you choose one or the other. Real Madrid has always chosen, we will dominate Europe. We will win at all costs. We will let Barcelona play the best football. They can do all of that. We will be the ones that win the trophies. Now, Barcelona play the best football in the world and they're winning trophies. Yeah, something has to change. We cannot allow this, right? So of course, the easiest thing to change is the manager. The easiest thing is always a manager. It's so difficult to change players, to sell players off. It's the easiest thing. Get rid of the manager, get a new one in, see if he can make this work. If it's not the next one, get the next one in. It's replacing one, not five. And so ultimately, this was the way to go. I really, really defended Ancelotti throughout the season. Really until Atletico Madrid. The Atletico Madrid 2 legs was when I truly decided that this was not the way to move forward. It was in March, and we were still playing the most garbage football that we played all season. Yes, Ceballos got injured. Yes, we don't have midfielders. It doesn't matter. We are playing garbage football, and I am so happy. I didn't have a chance because I haven't had a chance to come on since we got knocked out by Arsenal. Thank God we got knocked out by Arsenal. Thank fucking God it was Arsenal, not Atletico Madrid, not PSG, and not Barcelona. We were going to lose at some point in this Champions League with how we were playing. Thank God it was to these bums instead of a team that would actually cause a legacy damage. Because losing to Arsenal, no shame. Losing to Barcelona in the final is going to be generational. Losing to PSG after getting Mbappe, generational trauma for you. And losing to Atletico Madrid is just, we've never lost to Atletico Madrid. And so you can't do that. So we lost to Arsenal. It's the least embarrassing one. We can move on, get rid of this guy, and then we will get either Alonso or Klopp next season. With which one I prefer, to be honest, with what players we have right now, I think
Klopp. Yep.
Actually, hold on. Wait, because I want to transition. Let me just feed up. So, shout out to Betsy. AFC, CFC, THFC, UEFA Trophy Parade, Crip Bloods.
If you have a parade for the UCL, bro,
No.
bro, don't you dare have a parade for the Conference League.
Why not?
Oh,
No. No, it's not the Conference League. It's about completing the set. It's a completing the set parade.
Can you imagine?
They want to just put out the Champions League, the Europa League, and the
No, bro.
Wait,
It's like
I
only
have a-
club to complete the set.
I haven't been to London like in a long time. So I have a question. Like, if say
Yes.
it's, Arsenal and Spurs win their respective trophies, the Europa and Champions League, how far is the Chelsea Stadium from them? Can they pass through it? Like,
Yeah, they can.
No, it's a long walk.
No. Arsenal do it on purpose. They'll travel all the way to Fulham.
Oh no, true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they'll do it on
amount
purpose.
of garbage-
And also, Casey, I dare them to try that with me there. I dare them.
Well, no.
I dare them.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
No, Casey, I dare them.
What are you gonna do?
Don't you dare come towards the London Bridge.
No,
The brothel.
No, Casey, could you imagine Arsenal and Tottenham coming to Chelsea and then you got HS saying, no, but we completed the set?
No. My assumption is that. My assumption is
Wait, are you gonna sing "We've seen it all"? We won the lot. Wait, Chelsea, man, am I gonna stop?
Abdallah.
What kind of that's a slap.
Shout out to you.
No, that is the chat. Like, why?
I don't give it. Look, the song ends great. The song ends great.
Wait, continue. What's the Man City one?
It's just put City and it's done.
Abdullah, don't. Shout out to Miss B. HH, are midfielders under Xabi Alonso tactics. They'd be the best midfielders in the world. Look at Palacio from Leverkusen. Now he's a starter for Argentina. This is why I want to start with this job. So, simple question, man. Madrid coach next.
The thing is, we don't need a manager that improves players. We need a manager that can just manage egos and get the best out of.
No. Okay, for this club, for Real Madrid, is Xabi Alonso the answer?
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, this is the key thing that people are missing on here. I call this, and I'm sure Splash, J2S and United fans will know this. It's called the David Moyes complex. Oh, if a manager can overachieve with lesser players, he will achieve even more with better players. It's not as simple as that.
Raul is a better choice.
No, because coaching by Leverkusen.
Me?
Because you are an original United fan. So
are we sure about that?
So my thing here is that don't assume that Xabi Alonso can come into this team with how it's structured and key under how Real Madrid operates, which is a very specific way, and he'll now succeed. It doesn't work like that. So you have to understand how Real Madrid operates and understand what Real is about and understand how to coach and work with these players. And now how to figure out the Mbappe issue and the Mbappe problem is very key. Sumi, talk to me, bro.
Can I speak after Sumi?
Yes, sir.
So the first thing I will say is Xabi Alonso would get sacked in the first 6 months.
Jesus, what?
Yes,
he's right.
The reason being, if you look at Bayer Leverkusen, there are no road runners. They have a proper technical players. Boniface is a physical player, but he's a damn good technical player. Grimaldo is a very good winger. The system they play is not going to work for Real Madrid because Perez will never ever allow Xabi Alonso to play 5 at the back. That's terrorism football for Perez. So that wouldn't be allowed. Next is Xabi Alonso need particular players in their positions, and he needs technical players. He doesn't want Valverde. Valverde pinging the ball. You ping the ball to Valverde. Valverde run, and Valverde is running. Xabi Alonso cannot work with those kind of players.
Wait, you're saying 100-yard dash?
These players are completely made for Jurgen Klopp.
Exactly.
What we have seen in Liverpool, you miss, I hit, is the kind of football these players will play. And
Mbappe on the Jurgen Klopp.
So hold on. So what do you think Klopp can bring that Ancelotti has been unable to bring?
First thing is the pressing which we require, because in today's day and age, pressing football is one of the ways to, especially against lesser teams, and when you don't have proper technical midfielder. Henderson, will the guy who left for PSG, the Dutch guy.
Wijnaldum.
Then
Ronaldo.
yeah, and one more. So that midfield was not that technical, but what they
Fabinho as
had
well.
Milner.
was physical. They were very physical, and Klopp made sure that he had a good pressing football.
Can I ask you?
Wait, hold on. So, okay, so Sumir, do you think you can realistically convince Klopp from his Red Bull deal to join Real Madrid?
So I do not know that. I am what I'm giving you the option who can actually get the best out of these players. Now that is what you are talking about is a different thing altogether, because whether we can approach Klopp, whether Klopp would like to leave that Red Bull football thing, depends on our hierarchy.
So but what is interesting? So, but you are saying that Klopp would work far better than Alonso. That Alonso will not work for Real Madrid.
No, Alonso will never work, because the way Alonso works, it's not gonna work. And second of all, Alonso has never been a manager at a club which is this kind of pressure on it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Carlo said it in his interview.
Was there pressure at Liverpool? Liverpool is a big club and everything. Was there pressure?
Not to this level though.
No,
like I know that Liverpool is a much bigger club and a much bigger platform than let's say Liverpool.
Unless you've
Was there
managed
pressure?
Madrid before, if
No,
you're
no,
a first timer coming into Madrid, there is no pressure that you faced at any club that is comparable to Madrid.
So I will say,
but the
one more thing
quality is
I
also
would-
different.
No, but they never managed a club at the top of its game, because these
Yeah,
two clubs
top
are always
to-
in like mid-table, and then they brought them up to that standard.
Exactly.
Real Madrid are still poor this season, but they're still second.
Yeah.
So one
So
thing
they're
I
still
will
at the top
talk
level.
about
They can win a domestic double.
Klopp is he built Liverpool.
See,
Continue.
Liverpool was built by Klopp. So how the hell you will pressurize Klopp? But Klopp will still, because he has been a manager for such a long time, he understands what kind of pressure there is in a Champions League final, what kind of a pressure there is against in a let's say a Manchester United versus Liverpool or Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund. He understands that. You bring Xabi Alonso into that position, he'll have a meltdown in the first 10 games. If he has one bad result against Barcelona or Atletico Madrid, he'll have a meltdown in the first.
He also doesn't know what it's
10
like to
games.
lose. He also doesn't know what it's like to lose, and so once he loses, it can go bad.
Wait, what do you mean doesn't know like how to
Yeah,
lose though?
the
Like I
amount
mean,
of
like
matches
remember
he lost as a
he
manager
didn't
is not like-
he didn't win the league in his first season for Leverkusen because he
No,
when he
in
came
his
halfway
first
through the
proper season. He
season.
won it in his first proper
No.
season. He came
No,
like
no.
mid.
Oh, no, well, yeah, first full season, but see,
He came in
He
mid
lost
season.
like 9 matches total.
What I'm trying to say here is Borussia Dortmund or Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern Munich bigger than Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern Munich? Nobody knew about Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen until Xabi Alonso.
That's
so
not true.
Xabi Alonso is like he's god, right? He's a godlike figure for Bayer Leverkusen because he gave them the first league. So there is no pressure. But in Real Madrid, one bad result, one 5-goal demolition by any of the team, the crowd, the whole stadium will be against Xabi Alonso.
Oh, no, but okay, here's the thing though, Bob. I get what you're saying, Sumia, but now we have to deal with reality. Xabi Alonso is more realistic than Klopp because first of all, it's difficult getting Klopp in the contract, and based on just how emotionally intensive the job was for Liverpool and everything, you don't go from that kind of emotional intensity to another emotional intensity of Real Madrid.
Can I just add one more thing on the Klopp
Can
point?
you bring up Miss B's Nation's comment?
Sorry, wait, continue. What's it?
Yeah, I'm just saying that. Do you think Mbappe is actually going to press?
He better. He better.
No, he has never pressed in his life.
That's why it's not. Yeah, like that's what I'm.
One more thing I will
And
tell
that's
you
what I'm saying with
this
a
season.
club. Like club is nice, but the forward is like
I
the
will
way
tell you
they
one
like
more thing
you can
for
see
this
a
season.
Mane, Firmino. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing the Madrid forward.
Yeah,
personally.
how is he going to make Mbappe, Vinny, Rodrigo work in the front line?
No. So that's what I'm.
Well, he's
trying
gonna
to
get the
say
right
now.
inhalers, and then
So
maybe-
there is a rumor. There is a rumor going on either Vinny or Rodrigo is going to be sold this season.
The same
It
video
can be-
is he bought a Rosetta Stone to learn Arabic. That's what they're saying. I don't know whether that's true, but
I don't know.
Vinny is harder to sell than
Vinny
Vinny is harder to sell than Rodrigo, though.
Oh, yeah, no,
Either
Rodrigo's
of them
learning
are
Chinese,
going.
bro. Like,
Yeah, wait, no. Even if you sell Rodrigo, you're still left with the Mbappe.
Nah,
Vinny
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mandarin.
Exactly.
no,
So
no,
Vinny has to go.
for me,
No, Barry. He said Chinese.
here's this reality here. Mbappe isn't going nowhere. You just bought him. The first
Mbappe's
thing,
not going.
a first thing that will need to happen is, I think he needs to get rid of Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny has to be to want to leave. But I
Vinny
don't.
has
Who
to
is
go.
buying? Like, where is Vinny going? I don't see like some top European club being
Saudi.
able to.
I'm hearing Al Hilal are pretty.
Wait,
Listen.
hold on.
You know, once upon a time, there
Yeah,
was certain
Casey,
Portugal-
you guys are
He's
getting
in reverse
close.
Liga. Wait,
They
Barry.
decided
He's
to
in
run the
reverse
back.
Liga.
Hold on, Barry. We're saying Barry.
Once upon a time, there was a punk ass Portuguese who did a little some. I think it's time to reverse the roles. And we need a left winger, so
Barry,
if
you're
we
not
get some
serious,
cheddar.
bro. Barry, you don't have the
All
money.
right.
You don't have the money for that, bro.
Wait, hold up. Weedman, talk to me.
You
Weedman,
don't have the facilities for that.
Now we need some loans, man. We need some levers. We need
Oh,
we need
you already
another
got wall
levers, man.
loans, Barry. You're-
Weedman, talk to me.
So Sumya's cooking. He's exactly right when it comes to Alonso. It's not going to be good. Real Madrid, if you think about it macro-wise, not in terms of the problems that they have, but it's just in terms of the situations they find themselves in, Manchester United and Real Madrid are pretty similar. Obviously, Real Madrid are never going to be 13th, right? But in the sense of the...
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
16th, actually.
Real Madrid. If Real Madrid are 13th, then I know the world has ended.
No, no,
13th with freaking Lugo and Leganes, get the hell out of here.
J2S, would you like Madrid's problem, J2S? Just curious. Would you like the problem?
thing is-
Wait, hold on. Weedman.
If you have a guy the two situations which I would compare are the Mbappe signing, which is sort of similar to the Cristiano signing in 21, and you have a chance to avoid making the Ruben Amorim mistake by bringing in Xabi Alonso. This is basically the exact same thing. This is a 5-at-the-back manager who is popping off with a club that used to do not much, that actually won the league with a club that never wins the league. And so they're very comparable situations. And what has Ruben Amorim done? Obviously, it's a very different situation because he came during the middle of the season. However, it's clear that it's not working with the players that he has, and he needs players that are going to work with the system. And what is the lesson that we've learned from Real Madrid? You are not going to get the players that you want. And so if we know that, what the hell is the point of Xabi Alonso? What's the actual point of bringing him in? We're going to try and change a system into a 3-at-the-back, or he needs to change the way he views football. And the way the lack of experience there, I believe he needs to be at Leverkusen for 4 or 5 years and show sustained success before he makes a big move like this.
It's too early. It's too early for him to
Barry,
way too early.
Hey, Barry, is this your reality?
What? What's up?
What?
My AVI. Does it look good?
Oh my god, dude!
How did you already make that, J2S?
Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So Weedman,
I don't ask for much, J2S. I don't ask for much.
Wait. So Weedman, who would you then?
Klopp.
What?
Klopp is the guy. And here's the thing: it's not going to be that difficult to get him. It's like I understand the kind of contract that he is in and the kind of stress that he felt at Liverpool. This is the chance to manage Mbappe. Maybe Jude Bellingham for sure, maybe Vinicius or Rodrigo, a very, very physical midfield, a physical midfield that is still more technical than the midfield that you had.
And also as well, corner taken quickly could be on his way.
Exactly.
Didn't he want like Chouameni, Camavinga, and Bellingham at
The
Liverpool?
team is built for Jurgen Klopp almost. It is literally almost built for him. He has the most physical midfield in world football. He has an extremely good goalkeeper. He has literally the team is practically built to be what Jurgen Klopp would want.
Yep.
And so how can
Absolutely.
you think, hey, this club is literally has the players that I would want already? It's managing Real Madrid. I mean, it's not that difficult to convince someone of that, to be honest, right? And so I think that
I think where I'm coming from is, of course, it's not hard. Okay, it's Real Madrid. I think it's when you look at the reasons he left Liverpool and just look at just how much it took from him emotionally to go from that emotional pressure cooker to another emotional pressure cooker. I just don't think he's within that frame of mind to enter into the pressure cooker of Real Madrid and the demands of that after how much emotions they gave into Liverpool
That's
as of right
the
now.
one thing, right? Like the mental is the one thing in terms of logic, in terms of the accolades. It's what makes most sense. If only his mental is in the state to manage again, right?
Yes.
And one more thing,
HH
is always remember, he is getting the players he wanted at Liverpool. He has the whole set.
Yep.
He was asking for the individuals.
He wanted Mbappe.
All the other individuals. He is getting the full set of the players who he requested at Liverpool. He's getting Bellingham. He's getting Tomini. He's getting Kamavinga. He's
Mbappe.
getting Alexander Arnold. He's getting Mbappe. That's his own 5 players which he wanted.
But the only thing I'll say
that's why it's
against that
perfect.
is
And the reason that we really can't use an inexperienced manager right now is because we need to change the pressing, right? We need to change the way the team presses, and we need a manager that will actually tell these players to do something and they listen. If you're an inexperienced manager, the chances are these players are going to turn on you more quickly. Klopp, at least, is the manager that right now in the world that has the most baggage in terms of trophies. And so at least that's available, right? So that's why I think it would be the best candidate. Like, just hopefully his mental is in the state. If not, it's very difficult. Then I'm gonna have to look across town and be like, "Hey, Diego, want to play haram ball at Real?"
You will burn in hell when I'm through with you.
Actually, I think you might need to repeat that. You might need to repeat that one more time. I'm not gonna lie.
If Simeone goes to Madrid, right, there's one.
Someone said it in it, not me in it, but I agree with that person as well in it. But I didn't. I was not the one that.
Bro, that is the funniest clip of you. That is the best clip that you have. By far.
I'm gonna play that clip in random versions because that's next to Body. That is the new number one clip. It used to be Body in Hell. That's the new number one.
But Prabicha said,
like, can you put up Gatlock's comment, please?
Wait, hold on. Why? What if for
yeah, for Richard, this is not happening.
Why with Klopp?
No, he has basically said that if they sack Carlo, Alonso is their first, second, third, and fourth choice. Like he literally said that.
Casey, how can the same name be the first? Casey,
ask
the second choice is a different name.
Wait,
the third choice is a different name.
It goes Xabi Alonso, then Xabi Alonso Jr. Then
so basically it's like Dylan and Dylan.
No, you know what it is? No, you know what it is? You know those like yellow page books back in the day?
Oh, I was thinking.
He might.
I was fucking thinking it.
No, but I think I am with. I think for Alonso, bad idea.
Why?
Too early.
Very bad.
Wait, the guy is the biggest club in the world. Like,
he's not.
A bad idea.
He's not ready. He's not ready.
Wait, we know what you're saying there.
J2S, thank you. Casey, of course you want him to get the job because you know that he's going to break it.
No,
so Barca can go back to back.
No. I'm talking from his side, bro. Okay, hold on. If say you're working as like a content creator, right? Like if say I don't know, like some Sky or someone like.
No, Casey. Apples and oranges. Casey, you have to deal with the paradigm of football management, which is different within football and within what football is, which is unique to any other kind of vocation. You need to be ready to take on a specific job. And Real Madrid, with what that job is, you need to be ready with. You have the experience, you have the know-how, you've known how to lose. So basically, you're coming in there so prepared, you're ready to what's up. Because basically, you don't get second chances at Real, and you know that the margin of error is very small. I think for Alonso, great success very quickly. You could go back to back, who knows? I think that you still need to.
No.
You don't go to Real to learn United. Zidane, that's just white magic. I don't know though. That was just juju white magic. That still doesn't make any sense.
I have a question.
Be good.
What if
I would like to go?
No, what if Klopp? What if they don't come to Xabi? Like if he rejects them, they will say, okay, it's just a one. This train only comes like once.
Then take it. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hold on, Casey. It's similar to Amram. I said for Amram, don't take it now.
Yeah.
But they said that look, now or will never come. Amram, hey, look, this could be my only chance to take it. So if it's like this is your only chance, of course you take it. But If you mess up, bro.
Casey, the train comes every year. The train
Does
will
it?
come every year.
Mbappe is expected.
Mbappe has showed that.
Exactly.
The train
That
comes
was coming
every
every
year.
year.
That bullshit
a
of
schedule.
Real Madrid doesn't
Wait,
stop
wait,
on
wait,
this
wait, wait,
year.
wait, 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 no, Sumi, I disagree. Was Perez do you think Perez will be as obsessed with Alonso as he was obsessed with
They're
getting
saying he is.
Mbappe?
They're saying he is. They're saying he is. No, at least that's what Fab is saying, bro.
I don't.
Like he's obsessed
This
with
is
Alonso.
not the club which I started supporting because Real Madrid once if Real Madrid knocks your door and you said no, that was it. But this Real Madrid and the current way my president
Yeah,
is
that's actually true.
taking care of the team, the choo-choo is going everywhere and every year. The choo-choo is
No, it's
going
scheduled
every
stop.
time.
It has scheduled
Shout
stop
out
right
to the
in
choo-choo.
July every single year.
Wait, hold on, Sean. Let
Yeah,
me
well,
give it.
things are getting
Shout out to
very
boy.
mad.
JS. Spurs and Chelsea winning European trophies this season, but not Arsenal.
Actually, no. The scary
Yeah,
narrative is
if
The
Spurs
scary
win the
narrative. No. The scary narrative is if the Spurs win and Chelsea and also both lose.
What?
No, that's the
that would
scary
be cool.
narrative.
Look at how we just stopped making that weird face.
Hold on, no, guys, hold on. First of all, we are beating the Garden of Sweden. That's the key thing.
Your garden?
And
Are you sure? Are you
and
sure?
Chelsea don't lose finals. That's the only problem. Chelsea.
Yeah, you lost
don't
a
lose
little
finals.
wait.
You lost
I'm sorry,
like,
because we don't lose finals.
No,
Like,
Casey, have you got that AVR lined up?
let me guess. Fiorentina, Betis, I'm so scared.
You know what my dream scenario is?
No.
Bro, you look like you're trying to catch cum in your mouth.
Habo, can you answer the question?
Whoa.
I don't have my cards with me. That's a yellow.
What did he say?
Weedman, that's a yellow. Weedman, that's a yellow. I'm not repeating what he's saying.
No, repeat it,
Casey, what he's saying. Abdallah, I'm not repeating what he's saying.
No,
Casey.
Wait, can I go after Casey?
Yeah.
Can you bring up my AB for finals?
Actually, hold up. Casey, Osimhen as Madrid will cook. People don't rate him though.
No, he won't.
yeah, get that bum out of that.
Can you respect a Nigerian man?
Now, Casey, can you imagine
No.
Osman's first? No, Casey, can you imagine
You know what
Osman's
my dream be?
Okay. Casey, what's the meaning of this?
No,
Why?
That's your backyard too.
Why?
I'm not gonna lie.
Hold up, Casey. Why? No.
You said you don't lose finals.
Hold up. That doesn't count. That's racist adulterous slept.
Okay, what about last
Rain
year?
tax.
Well, last year was in Liverpool.
Yeah, wait, no. Yeah,
Karabukas don't count.
You lost like
Okay,
five.
what about the FA Cup final then?
We're now repping football associations. Is that what we're doing right now?
that's what your club's built on.
Well, you haven't won like you have lost like last.
Without United cheating by getting Drogba sent off, we are 100% in useful finals.
Wait, no, Casey, have Chelsea won more FA Cups or more league titles?
That's a good question. Let me check.
You know what my dream be?
Wait, hold up, Barry. Before you go, Panda Daddy, are you my dad? I'm 13. My wrong is.
Wait, who is that, AJ? Who is that?
I think that's NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Okay.
Can you answer his question?
Hold on. Wait, Casey, what's your question?
Wait.
No, can you answer his question? Like he's asking you a question.
Sorry, Barry, you wanted to speak. Barry, go for it. Barry, what are you saying?
No. My dream scenario would be like the Chelsea finish 8th, and then somehow you lose the Conference League final to spin back the block again.
No, Barry. You know what's better? They finished 7th, which is the Europa League spot. United win the Europa League and they go back to the conference again.
Ah, yeah. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Yo, my dream scenario.
Wait. You guys are sad, man. That's what it is. You guys are really sad.
My dream scenario is that Barcelona comes back and manages Barca, and then Edward.
No, that he's going to.
Oh, that's not happening. That's not happening, bro.
Well, I mean, we're talking about dreams, right? So.
Man, to be fair, that reality of Chelsea. That
Wait, SK, don't you want your board out of Chelsea so you can have Ed Woodward? He's free.
Oh my God! Look at guys. This was real, guys. I'll see you tomorrow Sunday. One love, peace out. One love, one love.